Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. Getting right, bringing y'all that infotainment with the truth. Hashtag Factuals. We live with me, your host, Visual, and the man there and the meaning. The sort of omens giving y'all that sight beyond sight. I ain't the freshest. My Knicks are winning though. But I bust some stupid dope moves. J30. Take the bet 108. Tell a nigga, oh, hell no. Fuck up my face. What up, y'all? What up? How y'all doing? Got the mean show lined up for y'all tonight. I know I have my sponsors somewhere around. Oh, here we go. You would think I know this shit by now. I do know it. I do know it. Let's get a better flow going off the, know what I mean? But yo, shout out to intuition516.com. That's intuition516.com. Or on IG is intuition_NY. Intuition_NY. You get your intuition gear. Shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, pullovers, shorts, sweatpants, hats, buckets, you name it, the whole shebang. Holla at intuition516.com or on IG. It's on intuition_NY. Check out the fam. Also, hbcuniversity.org. That's hbcuniversity.org. Or on IG, it's HBC University. All one word. You spell the whole thing out. Get your HBCU gear. Whether you rep at HBCU or not, get yourself one. Shout out to ShowLoungeEntertainment.com. That's ShowLoungeEntertainment.com or that's Live2Lounge. That's LIV, the number 2, Lounge on IG. LIV, the number 2, Lounge. If you got any type of talent, rap, sing, comedy, DJ, if you drink, poetry, spoken word, all of the above, any type of talent, you want to get on stage and display your talent, holla at Live, the number 2, Lounge, LIV, the number 2, Lounge, or ShowLoungeEntertainment.com. Shout out to Wealthy Apparel. That's Wealthy with an H. WHEALTHY. Woo! Smells so good. They also got Wealthy Films, Wealthy Records, Wealthiness, Wealthy Niggas. I made that one up. Yo, shout out to Riley Jade 1960. That's Riley Jade 1960. RILEY Jade JADE 1960. The word, the number 1960 for your superfoods based skincare, 100% vegan and non-toxic. Treat your body right. Shout out to Ocean's View. That's the fam. OSHINS View. There's another shout out I want to give. What's the other shout out I want to give? What shout out you want to give really dope?
Shout out to me.
Most definitely. Shout out to really dope. Can't go without that.
Tired of shit.
Shout out to the Pretty Life. The Pretty Life, the real Pretty Life on IG. That's the real pretty, PRETTI life. Get your CMOS. Shout out to my Mojo. Hopefully she come on the show today. That way she can spread the wealth on what she does. She does a lot. Know what I mean? She got her own store. Salute the Black Queen, the young queen, with the lovely smile. In that bottom lip. Giggity. Shout out to my Mojo. She'll come on here and hopefully and then promote herself. Let's get into the before we get it started. Let me get and join some people in the live. Is IG working tonight?
Yeah, it's working. Wi-Fi.
Oh, it could be. Bitch, what up?
Yo. Tired, bro. I ain't got no sleep, man. I've been in these streets all week, man. You're tired. I'm living.
Hey, man.
Man, love.
Man, I never sleep, but sleep is a cousin of death.
You know, my face is all puffy and stuff, man. Fucking up my cheekbones.
He on here flexing for the shorties. Gotta introduce yourself to the people, my G.
Star is the best star. Mad love to everyone. What's good? Black History all day.
Yes, indeed. Really do.
I'm drinking a throwback too. Incredible Hawk. Remember that? Back in the day?
Oh, headache juice. Hold up. What you mix it with?
Cavassier and Hypnotic.
That's not Incredible Hulk.
That's cognac and Hypnotic. It is. It's Henny, but honestly, Henny and Cavassier both gonna give you a headache.
That's not incredible.
I'm a ladies man, so I drink Cavassier.
Pass a Cavassier.
It's just Hulk, bro.
I'm a class. You know what I'm saying? Bougie with my shit.
All right. She said, Rhonda said she had that for New Year's Eve.
And it's VS.
Word?
Oh my God.
Really though. Introduce yourself to the people, fam.
What's good? What's good? It's boy Really Though, aka the Black Stick, aka Stroke Johnson, aka Beef Stroke It Off, aka Southern Swing Let It Hang, aka Kill
Let
aka Salami Tsunami Ashimami, aka Ice Cream Splash, your favorite, aka Young Arby's. I got the meat for you, specifically for your mouth, aka Up in Her, aka Do It Again.
Yo. All right, man. Oh, shit. All right, everybody. We got the Mean Show lined up for y'all. Listen, hopefully everybody was able to tune in on Tuesday. We had a real good convo on Tuesday. We went a different route on Tuesday. We didn't speak about the previous show. We actually went on the topic that we didn't get a chance to talk about. That could be a good. What do you think? We should do that more often? Like, because normally I have about 5 or 6 topics. We normally talk about 4 of them, and it'd be like 2 lingering. But then again, that's a whole other show that I have to post. That's more work for me.
I think that the shows that the last couple of shows talking about like red flags and boundaries, I think that was at a point. So I think a lot of guys and girls kind of have, you know what I'm saying, have those issues right. So it's real. You know, it's repetitive. It never goes away in every situation. You can talk about 100 situations, but it always goes back to that foundation. You know what I mean?
Shout outs to Facebook. Shout outs to everybody tuning in on Facebook. Yes, indeed, I know what you mean, my G. Everybody tuning in on Facebook, please leave a message because I can't see who's tuned in. I'd like to shout you out. I'd like to give you acknowledgement. I appreciate you. So please leave a message so I can know who's tuned in. I'm gonna type that. Let's get into the show. So, how you doing, 22 Robbins? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get into this topic. So, we have a few topics. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had about 10. I had to choose. I had to break down the 10 or 11 to 5. And hopefully we get into all 5, but if not, we're gonna at least R. Kelly 4 of them. That means touch on them. My bad.
Leave that man alone.
My bad. Did I go there? You killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. So like, look. First topic of the night. Let's talk about so the 5 I have are what are things we get misconstrued as strength in men and women. That's one. The second one is when you know better, you do better. Is that a fact? The third one is woke versus too woke. Fourth is ways to maintain healthy communication. And fifth is don't ask my neighbor. One through five. 1 through 5. Ladies, what y'all want? 1 through 5. Just give me a number. 1 through 5. I want the ladies to choose what we're gonna do first, and then we'll just go from there. What y'all think? What y'all thinking? Where Ron at? Let's get Ron. Mako, you want to join? Oh, it got really.
Big dummy.
that was the wrong button, man. The neighbor, you said neighbor. Rhonda said neighbor. Don't ask my neighbor.
Mind your business.
Let's get in. All right, let's get into that one. So, Kurt, what up, my G? Philly in the building. So don't ask my neighbor. Don't ask my neighbors about this. And it's not about your real neighbor. It's more so about if you have a problem with me, talk to me about it. I don't need you talking to everybody else about the problem you have with me about it. I'm a firm believer in if you have a problem with me and you don't tell me about it, you don't have a problem with me. Rhonda, what up?
Hello. That's what the moms told me. That's what the moms told me. But when you're fucking lying, why the fuck am I keep asking you? You keep fucking lying.
Well, that's just in general. So whatever problem you have with me, I need you to address me about it. I'm the type of person that if I have any issue I have with you, yo, Fitz, Kurt said, what up? I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to bring you about it. And if you do hear from somebody else, it's after I talk to you about it. And then it's after the fact that we already spoken to other people about it as well. I'm not going to talk about you behind your back. You're not going to ever hear something that, oh, yo, Jay said this about you that you didn't hear from me already. And it's only going to be amongst our circle, if anything. People are already talking about the same things. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna hear from me first, because I'm not gonna have conversation about you behind your back. So bottom line is, I'm gonna tell your face. That's the only way to do it to your face.
Well, what's the situation though?
Introduce yourself to the people, Rhonda. do it with a melody, baby girl. Do it with a melody.
My name is Rhonda Clark. It's blessed beyond measure, a.k.a. I sing everything, a.k.a. I'm an actor on the low, a.k.a. I'm a comedian on the low, a.k.a. I'm a podcast on the low, a.k.a. I'm a momager.
Really though, shaking his head. He said,
let's not wear this out.
Thank you very much. Two-Tone, what up?
I love that. Like, thank you very much.
He said it's only one a.k.a.
Okay, all right. All right, then. I'll take that.
Nah, shit. Rhonda.
Hey, y'all.
Rhonda in the building. So, don't ask my neighbor. So let's take it to the young lady first. Rhonda, how do you feel about that? Don't ask my neighbor. Have you ever had a problem with somebody, or had something that you wanted to tell somebody that you talked to somebody else about first? Or how do you handle situations like that? Or if it has it ever happened to you as to where you heard something about yourself from somebody through another person? Did I break that down?
I had this one friend that she told my homeboy everything, but then my homeboy screenshotted what she said. I didn't really address. Huh?
That's what I'm talking about.
Let her rock.
Like, if you're gonna talk about me, we're not kids. We grown.
Exactly.
This ain't high school. I don't do clips. I really tell. My dad used to always say, "Don't let me find out what somebody else said. Mm-hmm. Tell me first."
Exactly.
So I live by that.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bomb.
Yes. Okay. Period. Poop.
Period. Gaffitch.
No, I just wanted the reason I jumped for a minute, and you know what I'm saying, peace to Rome. You said he took the screenshot of it, right?
Yeah.
So that right there to me is like, why was that happening? I'm like, why did he need to give you the screenshot for it? To me, that's trouble right there. So that friend right there wanted the trouble, wanted something. Because he could have been like, there's a situation and been part of it. Like, oh, let me go tell you what so-and-so did. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's it.
Let's be frank. If females that got evidence, they just gonna say you a hater and not listen to you. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had the proof. She was like,
yeah, see,
me personally, I don't care. People show you who they are.
That nigga could be hating. I ain't gonna listen to him, and then you end up getting canceled yourself.
Right.
That's
Come on now.
Really though. So how you
Come
feel about this?
on with that word. Come on.
Sing it, girl. Wow.
Yes, honey.
Yes.
Like I said, if I'm asking people about this, obviously because you're a fucking liar, and I'm really trying my best not to do damage to you. So I'm asking around, see if I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But if I don't have nobody to ask, and I'm finding out shit on my own, it's on.
So Mako says if he's friends with both of y'all, then he should solve the issue. That's another perspective as well. Now the thing is though, in situations that Mako, you know everybody in this situation, as to where it's like somebody's saying something to me about somebody else in the circle, I've always said, yo, why are you telling me? I don't care. I don't care who it is. It could be me. It could be the Three Musketeers. Larry, Curly, Mo. Mo should have been telling Curly about Larry. Tell Larry about Larry. Don't tell Mo about Larry. Because if he told Mo, Mo should be like, yo, tell that man. You know, so it doesn't matter to me, you know, how tight we are, whatever. Like, to me, like, when that's happened in situations where I've been around, I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear that. I'm not the type to be in the conversation, yo, between me and you. Yo, between me and you. Between me and you. Yo, on the real, don't say nothing to this person, but peep this. Because then I'm going to be like, yo, I don't want to hear it. I mean, like, I don't do the pillow talk, the gossip. Like, yo, tell that person, tell that man, tell that woman. Don't tell me. I mean, because now you're just talking about them behind their back, and now that tells me you're going to do the same shit to me. You know what I mean? So now I can't trust you. I can't fuck with you. Off rip.
Right.
Go. How you doing?
Sometimes everything she said about me, he told me to my face. And I was like, I'll let God handle it. I ain't have to handle it. God removed her. God removed her already. So I'm like, I'm done.
I'll give you an example, right?
I ain't have to do nothing.
We got Miko, back row. Miko.
This is Mako, formerly known as Miko. Last time y'all called me Mango because I'm sweet.
I was gonna say that though. You give me a intro. Please.
I love the intro.
I have to go.
I'm
Are you
catching up.
up?
I am.
So how do you feel about we talk about don't ask my neighbor. So basically, like when you got a problem with me, talk to me about it. Don't talk to everybody else. Know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
I think it depends on the individual because everybody cannot be spoken to. In other words, some people if you do confront them, right, they will be very defensive. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. Well, that or some people don't like the truth. So what?
If
as
you don't
far
like
as
the truth, that means you're a lie.
Well, let me ask you. No. Finish up first, please. My bad.
Yeah, as far as her situation with the friend who took a screenshot, I felt like that's being messy. Instead of him coming back to you saying everything that she was saying, why didn't he try and solve the problem?
Well, I honestly, in a situation like that, sometimes I don't disagree with what he did. Only thing I disagree with what he did was he allowed himself to be caught in the middle of it.
Therapist ain't on his forehead. Just not his job.
Otherwise, if I was gonna well, the one thing I don't agree with what he did was that he allowed himself to get caught in the middle. He took a screenshot to be like, "Yo, this person saying this about you." Maybe he wasn't that tight with the other person, and he was more closer to Rhonda.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't like her anyway.
You're a dude friends with two females. You're gonna get caught in the middle.
Yeah.
It's an emotional female trait.
I would have been like, "Yo, don't talk to me about it. Talk to her." But why are you telling me this? Like, because on the real, like, yo, I'm not the type of person you could talk shit about my friend about, like my people's about. Like, if you talking shit about my friend, I'm gonna have something to say to you about it. And even if we are friends, like, don't talk shit about somebody else around me because I'm gonna talk shit about you to your face. Like, I don't want to hear it. Bottom line, like, yo, if you got something to say about somebody else, it's a sucker move or all behalf for you to listen. Like, if you're comfortable listening to shit about somebody else, and you're also comfortable talking shit about somebody else. Like it's just like, yo, just I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm gonna tell you everything that I gotta tell you, or everything I'm gonna hear about you. If I feel that way, you're gonna already hear it or know it from me. Douchebag, what up?
Shouldn't be a dude
Hey,
conversating with two
douchebag. I can't see the
women.
comment, but hey, douchebag.
Thank you. Really though, I actually agree with you on that part.
What is
Because
Shouldn't
he
be a
said
dude
it
conversating
should.
with two women. Or conversing, excuse
But
me.
men
But then
Men don't gossip. Men don't gossip. It is. So that's why I'm disagreeing, because men don't usually do that.
That's
Right.
a lie.
That's what I'm gonna tell you.
That's a lie. That's a
Let me
lie.
talk. Let me
They
talk.
do,
Let me
but they're
talk.
not supposed to.
Niggas are more female traits than a little bit, and I've seen this my whole entire life. I never said anything about it, but every time I find out a nigga did a female trait to me,
Baby.
I don't get mad. I let it slide because you could be somebody I grew up with, or a friend, or a family member. But I've seen it my whole life, and that's when you learn how to put people in categories. I mean, that's why you can start fucking with them, but when you know how somebody is, you're like, okay, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how many times they do it, or it becomes a situation. But a lot of niggas got female traits. You know what I'm saying? They do shit like that. You know what I mean?
This is why men and women cannot be friends.
So like, yeah,
The jealousy, you know what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with Fitz, 'cause like, look, a lot of times it's like, oh, yo, men don't do that, or women don't do that. Yes, the fuck they do.
See, the niggas who be doing that shit. The
Niggas
brothers
do
be
what
silent.
females do, and females do what niggas do. Like, yes, the fuck they do. Know what I mean? Like,
Is it common?
it's all of that shit is fucking common. Everything.
I
is
give you an
fucking
example.
common. Like, yo, listen, niggas do what bitches do, and bitches do what niggas do. Like all fucking day. Like, know what I mean? Like, the thing is, we don't want to accept that shit. But I've known niggas a pillow talk for fucking since I was in middle school. Since I was in fucking middle school, motherfuckers pillow talk.
Let's say
What else do you have to do?
You and me sleep together, right?
Huh?
Let's say like me and Shorty sleep together, right? And now somebody I know in the circle want to hit it, and now he talking to you or whatever. Y'all could have hit it. I always know, but it don't really matter. So you like, yo, Fitz, so and so do that dirt on you, blah blah blah. Niggas always hate during the pillow talk. Man, it makes no sense. I would never hate on a nigga when we do pillow talk. That makes no sense. That's what we do on nigga trade. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I hate it. I hate it once. I hate it once. I hate it once. I gotta tell a story. I gotta tell a story. Like, look, I hate it once. And they're like, yo, we had this group of shorties. It was like, nah, I mean, and honestly, I bagged the one that brought the rest of them through, but then I wanted her girl.
Like, it's always like that though. You gotta have to
my bad. I wanted her girl, right? But yo, so like they came. It was like 4 or 5 of them, right? And then like it was and I called my fellas through the crib, called my niggas through the crib, and we at the crib, and we all probably have a good time. We drinking and shit. So like, and I'm always gonna be honest, Mojo. Like, I mean, like, listen, I'm gonna give you my flaws. Now, I mean, no, like the ceiling and all, but like, so bottom line was like, yo, her shorty came through, and honestly, I was just feeling her flavor a little bit better. The one that I bagged up actually wound up getting jumped off by 3 of my dudes, and I was like, damn, I should have stuck with that one, because the one that I went after, the one I went after wanted to be on that. No, and I was like, I started throwing wild dirt on my mans. I was like, I ain't throwing wild dirt on him. I was just like, yo, he ain't even gonna try to have sex with you. Like, I mean, I'm gonna try to that. I mean, he ain't gonna be able to. Like, I mean, and it was like, yo, she told her, I was like, damn. He asked me, but I was like, yeah, I said that shit. He started laughing. I was like, my bad, son. Like,
why you do that?
I mean, I wanted the box that night. I was drunk, but I knew I was wrong for that shit. But I admitted it to him. And it never happened again.
Blame it on alcohol.
I ain't blaming shit on alcohol. The alcohol had nothing to do with that. That was me. Know what I mean? I wanted to pop shorty mouth something serious, and I didn't get a chance to. So I did get a chance to go back to double back to the jump off though. But that's neither here nor there.
But the one you wanted, the one you was messing with that shorty, the one you wanted though for a minute though, wasn't you?
No,
I think I know who you're talking about.
No. That's nobody you know. Those are randoms. That was random. I didn't do that shit no other time in life except for that time. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have did that shit, but I did it. I mean, my man forgave me because I admitted it to him. Like, I mean, had I lied to him,
I had one crew that ran through my mind, and I'm like, well, trust you again.
Yeah, I made it to my man. Like, I had to be straight up because like I wasn't gonna lie to him. I was like, yes, and I was like, yo, I said this, that, and the third. I was like, yo, son, I was trying to get the box, be my bad, and he was laughing. He was like, yo, I ain't even mad at you. I was like, yo, my bad, son. I'll make it up. Know what I mean? I'll make it up to you, my G.
I ain't never hate no nigga. I took a page from Memphis Bleak.
I never hate.
Bitch, you
I might get back for a second.
He cheated with who?
Never hate.
I can't diss dude.
Right.
Hey, look,
I'm gonna say this though.
like I said, I did it. Know what I mean? Like, I ain't proud of it, but it happened. So, like, I ain't gonna lie about it.
I can't do it. I just be like, oh yeah, that's what's up, and then just get the conversation back on me.
Hey, y'all know how motherfuckers be on live and be like, everybody want to say the perfect shit. Y'all motherfuckers hated on somebody at some point in y'all life. Even if you hated in your goddamn self, y'all niggas hated on somebody. I'm gonna drop a bomb for my goddamn self for saying that. Just because even if y'all ain't lying, even if y'all ain't lying, I'm saying y'all lying. Just because it's my
I've never
said she got a nigga or something. I'd be like, fuck that nigga, but I don't know who the fuck he is.
Oh my god.
True.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Y'all is hilarious.
Oh, shit.
For all of it.
So, but don't ask my neighbor. Like, so bottom line is, and make sure y'all share the live. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. So look, we're talking about right now when someone has a problem with you or you have a problem with somebody, do you talk to somebody else about it or do you talk to them about it? And if they have a problem with you and they talk to somebody else about it, you hear from somebody else, do you have a problem with that? Me personally, I have a problem with that. There's never been a point in my life where I had a problem with somebody and I didn't address them or them first.
It's a communication.
I ain't got no problem. Ask around, nigga. They gonna tell you, Mark. I don't know.
Thank you, Mojo.
That nigga, he don't really say nothing.
I can't get a comment.
Don't put your shit out there. Ain't nobody got nothing to say.
Said guys definitely hate. Oh, guys definitely hate. Oh. Matter of fact, guys hate more. I can't say more, but in my experiences, guys have hated more than the ladies. In my experiences, I don't think it's more than the ladies, but they've hated more than ladies in my experience. I think everything is equal game, fair game.
Females ain't got it.
Yeah, if you want to
just jump on you as soon as you say yeah.
If you want to test somebody, if you want to test a nigga, tell that shit. And then watch it. And then tell like a girl or something first, and watch that shit come back to you. But tell that motherfucker the wrong time. Be like, yeah, I did that shit on the 15th, but you know what I'm saying? You really did it on the 20th, right? So when the shit come back to you, you be like, who told you about the 15th? Motherfucker, every single time, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a midget hypnotic?
Wow.
You just made my head hurt.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say the same size.
Like, salute to you.
The Henny I bought was a pint. I bought like a little bit of Henny, and I still mixed it.
Shot of him.
Don't ask my neighbor. So like, look, I have like, listen, and I'm gonna keep it funky. Like, look, I was in a circle of friends that was very, 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 very near and dear to me. I would have went to the earth for these dudes.
Okay.
I mean, Two-Tone know what I'm talking about. Really know what I'm talking about.
Dundada was good.
And on the real, I have a problem with. I mean, with people having a problem with me and not being able to talk to me. I don't give a fuck if I don't accept what you got to say. Talk to me about it first. Right. I don't give a fuck if I'm difficult to talk to. Talk to me about it first.
Right.
Like, yo, I don't go talking to everybody else and spreading shit about me because nobody really gives a true story.
Especially girls.
By the time I come back to you, it's gonna be a whole different story.
So listen, by the time it got back to me, I heard you try to fucking take this shit to Mars. I'm like, Mars? I've never even been to Mars before. Like I mean, this is the funniest damn, but like, hot damn. Like, look, talk to me. Talk to me. Like, yo, as difficult as it may be sometimes, I could be a difficult person to talk to. I admit it. I could be difficult. Baker, would you agree? I could be difficult to talk to?
A little stubborn, but not difficult.
Would you agree with it, though?
What's the story, though?
Kinda.
What did the person do?
It may be more difficult for him.
Right.
I'll be an asshole to really, though, sometimes, but he'd be an asshole to me sometimes. But that's my brother, though, so we can do that. But at the same time, we never shy away from those conversations with each other. Never. Why? Because of the respect, the love. It's always, we never have a problem confronting each other about whatever the fuck is on our mind. And we always be right where we are.
Okay.
Know what I mean? Like, it don't matter how difficult that conversation may be, we gonna have it. Because that's how much, know what I mean? That's my brother right there. So it's like, yo, if I didn't respect him the way I did and vice versa, we even argued on the show. Know what I mean? And then like, yo, right then and there, like that, but that's what it is though. Like, yo, if you got something to say to me, I could be a difficult person to talk like Mako, I could be stubborn. We have conversations all the time. I could be stubborn, but I'm gonna listen to what you gotta say, whether I accept it or not. And as I say all the time, whether you agree with it or accept it, it still is a possibility that those things are happening. Right? Or that it has happened. So whether you accept it or agree with it or not, it's a reality.
Stop for 1 second. Stop for 1 second. I hear you, bro. You're going on.
Look at Fish flexing. Yeah. Fish said,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. You was running your mouth. You didn't realize I went into wardrobe, nigga. Listen.
I'm lying. Yes. You feel like tank top.
Go ahead, Fish.
Oh, wow. You should open for Beyonce.
Girlfriend abuser on.
Uh-oh. What's the reason why girls' asses out here? Now stop.
Oh, nice.
But he's doing what? What's this?
You got the bad dads.
What? Why do you feel the person acting like that though?
Fuck them little.
You know what it is?
What do you think?
They got the heat on in the house. I'm dying right now. So I'm like, I got old people.
Fist be showing up to his kids' school in that shirt.
The shirt's coming off on a Tuesday.
Get your own warm and fuzzy inside.
I buy a new one every week, yo. I keep it fresh white. You know what I'm saying?
So my shit got yellow.
I'm not playing. Nah,
that was yellow thing, though.
My shit's Dominican. You don't wear the same shit, right?
That's a turn off. You gotta wipe it on too.
I keep my shit top in.
If she get to my beat, I'm already beating it. So like, it don't matter to me. But my bad, guys.
Right. But what I'm trying to say to you is this, though. What this individual, this person doesn't want to talk to you, it's usually 1 or 2 reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a history. You just find it out now. When people do bad things to you or kind of fuck shit to you, you know what I'm saying? It's not by accident. They like to go, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, it just came out. You know what I'm saying? The mask then dropped. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
So you really, it's because you care about that person, you want to resolve it. But really, when a motherfucker does some shit to you that's fucked up, they don't, it's like you're like a bitch. They don't love you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You can resolve it. You can talk about it, you know what I mean? But it never truly, you know what I'm saying? When it's over, it's over, you know what I mean? Because why the fuck you do that shit for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So listen, y'all. If somebody got the goals to talk about you behind your back and can't say it to your face, cut them the fuck off. Bottom line. Let's get into the next topic. Thank y'all for tuning into Hashtag Factuals, your one stop for information and entertainment. We call it infotainment and the finest of fuckery. Let's get into this next topic.
Don't be afraid to slap a bitch.
We're not going to talk about
That's not the next topic.
Where my money at?
Sometimes
Oh my
bitch
God.
needs to be slapped.
No, not by no man.
That's why God lets you open your hand.
Yeah, hey, yo, we here at Hashtag Factuals. So that
Okay.
I've never had to give a disclaimer before.
Oh my God.
Woke versus too woke.
That slap will wake up.
I don't condone that.
Him too.
Oh, yeah, I condone that one. Woke versus too woke. So this is a topic because like it's a lot of things going like with whole Kyrie Irvin and you know, Dr. Sabian. Like, a lot of people believe in modern day medicine. A lot of people believe in, you know, natural healing and stuff like that. But then sometimes things go too far. We spoke about the trannies, the transgenders.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Yeah. We
Transgender.
Oh,
yes.
my bad. Trannies, transgenders,
Transformers,
the he-she's, the Transformers,
Oh Lord.
We spoke about all of that. We spoke about all of that on the show about how they wanted to shut down Aretha Franklin's Natural Woman song and all this and the third. And then also reach out to me who was a part of the transgender community. And I know people like my thing is like this. Like, look, I don't have a problem with you if you have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with you if you don't violate me. I mean, you have your walk of life, I have mine. Like, if you're not disrespecting me, I don't have a problem with you. Right? So, like, the thing is, like, you had times where, like, so basically, I forgot the dude name from the Nets, but he was talking and he was talking about we got dudes on the team that look good. He was like, yo, no homo. I mean, and they fined him $40,000 for that shit, for saying no homo. Now the thing is, the LGBT community, like they didn't have a problem with him saying no homo. But the Nets chose to fine him because of what they thought may come down upon them.
Yeah, they ain't playing that shit.
Woke versus being too woke. Is there times like yo, you realize what reality is about, but then at times like yo, it could be like you can overcompensate for some things. So that's what woke versus being too woke is about. Like, yo, you could be like conscious of shit, but when can you be overconscious? When can you be too?
But it's a hustle. Okay, let me say something. Sometimes people, it always goes back to that.
Before you say it, no homo to your apparel. But go ahead.
Listen, I can keep the damn niggas out my DMs. I'll be like, next. But listen.
Fist did a push-up today, yo. He did a push-up.
I did nothing, yo. I had 2 days.
And he shaved the
I feel like protein. You know what I'm saying? So I work a lot. You know what I'm saying? But all I do is benching back right now. I should be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start working on my arms though. You can tell it's down here and shit, see? But if you like these, like, I'm not attracted to those type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I see people like, oh, I'm going to eat some fish oil and some green moss. Like, what? Why do you think this nigga is the most intelligent man in the world? You know what I'm saying? What is it? That's what I'm saying. That's when you have these, they call them intellectual narcissists. You know what I'm saying? They talk a good game, but you've never seen this nigga do anything. He hasn't written any real books. He hasn't done any studies. He hasn't done anything. But yet, when you're looking for the truth in somebody else, or you're looking for a savior, it could be in your church, in your life, or somebody to save you. These type of human beings, they have a purpose in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck did you think CMOS was gonna make your life better? And I'm there's a nigga out there who argues this shit down with me all day long. Alright? Why the fuck, when Dr. Sabian came out, CMOS was dope. You think he was the only nigga in 10,000 years that studied CMOS? You know what I'm saying? Niggas that spent 20 years in college with fucking degrees from every NASA, Harvard, and you didn't think no nigga knew about CMOS? And Dr. Sabian was the only one who knew about that shit? No, it don't make sense.
Hold up. Stop. What is NASA, Harvard?
He said NASA and Harvard.
NASA is not college or university.
It is, though.
NASA and Harvard. You were just saying NASA, Harvard, separate entities.
You got to finish one to get the other. You don't do it at the same time.
Yeah, I know it's all good, but now you talk to them, I'm gonna hit it back at you. My point, like you say, NASA. You don't go to NASA by mistake, motherfucker. You gotta put rocket ships into fucking space. So you can't be a mistake. You need to know what the fuck you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we're in our regular day-to-day lives, maybe in our emotional state, maybe we're looking for somebody, a person like Dr. Sabian is going to be great to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Dr. Sabian is whack. You make some great videos, but I tell you right now,
it's not Sabi. It's Sabi.
Hold up.
It's not even Sebi, it's CB.
Sebi.
Dr. Sibi is
Pronounce
Dr. Sibi has a better track record than Western medicine for curing.
He has a better track record than anybody in Western medicine.
You sure about that?
He is not down talking Dr. Sebi like that.
Sounds like it. Don't hate that man.
Listen, why do you? This is what I'm trying to tell you. People like Dr. Fabian. Dr. Fabian is just like that narcissistic person in your relationship. But you thought you
so he's down talking Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, you're hating on that.
I'm trying. Why do you? Listen, I don't care if you like Dr. Fabian. I'm not hating on him. I'm just gonna be honest with you. 5 minutes. If you don't like it, I'm cool with it. But I see what Dr. Fabian
talk. So
you got 1 minute to explain the hatred.
Why do you have a want for Dr. Fabian? Ask yourself that first.
Hold up, can I answer this one?
Go ahead.
Dr. Fabian has a better track record of curing HIV than Western medicine. He was brought before the Supreme Court on accusations of false claims of curing HIV. 75 people stood up on his behalf and said he cured every last one of them. They all had negative tests. They supposed to lock him up for life, damn near. He got off.
Also, diabetes. Also, sickle cell anemia. Also, any herpes. Also, any other virus that the body has encountered. He's cured, not
Western medicine has 0% cure rate for HIV. Even if 75 people out of a population of a billion.
Cancer. All states.
Wait.
And all states of cancer.
Wow.
There's no.
I'm learning something new every day.
I will shut your mic.
Time out. I got both you niggas. And Dr. Reverend James of the Third Baptist Church of Third Sunday made me walk last week. You know what I'm saying? I was blind. Now I can take the Bible. I can walk again. You do know what I'm saying. He's the same type of nigga. He's the fake. He's not real.
Dr. Sage.
How is he?
It's documented. Court records.
He's a hyper.
No, this is documented, my G.
Court
This
records.
is real.
Court records are public record. You can look this up.
Smartphone. Use your hyper brain. He's a hyper. He's a street nigga.
We're not. This is far from the fucking topic. This is far from the topic. We'll talk about this shit another time. So we're not going to get into this.
You can just end this real quick. You have a smartphone. Ask it. Stop asking us.
Yeah. I will say do that. Go to your smartphone and talk to your smartphone.
I don't need to. I don't need to.
Honestly, you do. You're not being very smart, right?
No, I'm not. He's not real. He's not real.
Son.
Dr. Fabian is not real, my nigga.
Can I
He's a hustler. He's another nigga selling you a dream, homie.
No, he's not.
Can I ask a question?
How is he selling us his dream and he's not even here to talk about this shit?
The nigga's not real, bro.
Number one. Hold up, cause
I know a lot of hustlers passed away.
Because she went down there.
I ain't gonna let Fist kidnap the show right now. I ain't let Fist do this shit with his fucking tight ass wife beater. Know what I mean? Yeah, go, yeah. Come on, Teddy Penderfitch. Put on the shirt. We ain't so about that.
Sorry, before they killed him, they killed Lisa Left Eye Lopez. She was down in Honduras speaking to him. Apparently, Andre Rison gave her herpes, and she went to him and got the cure. She found the cure, and she was going to tell the whole world they killed her. They killed him in the same place.
They also killed Prodigy. They also killed
what?
Everybody associated with Dr.
They also killed fucking listen, and they also killed what's the name? Nipsey Hussle. Let's not get into
it. He was writing a book about Dr. Sebi. A movie, actually.
The question is,
we're not going to get into
woke
that.
versus too woke, right?
Huh?
Right now, you guys are being
woke versus too
I'm
woke.
sorry.
Wow, I did not know that.
You guys
So
are too
let's get
woke
into
right
woke
now.
versus too woke.
Oh wow.
God damn it,
I mean, you just got too woke.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm woke, and that motherfucker's fake, and I need to let it go, please.
Nah, nigga, you rock to sleep right now.
Okay. I'm living in the real world. I'm living in the real world.
Honestly, you might be too woke that you don't believe like the reality of certain things. And
So because I live in the world where I've been played before. I live in the world where I've been hurt.
Oh God.
I live in the world where I've lost.
That's called
So when I see,
that's called
so when I
baggage,
see this
nigga.
shit,
Sabi ain't hurt you.
I know it. You know, 'cause it's the same thing over. It's bullshit.
So if you
You know what I'm saying? And when you don't
why
see
the fuck
bullshit,
you preaching? What the fuck you preaching? You said, hold up, man.
Dr. Sabi ain't hurt you, nigga.
Dr. Sylvia.
Exactly.
Dr. Sylvia. Y'all niggas is talking about y'all talking about black oil.
Yo, he too woke to the
So
point
y'all
that he
saying
pronouncing
Dr.
his
Seuss
name
was the
wrong.
cause of
Who
all
the
of
fuck
this?
is
Fabian.
Fabian?
Yeah.
This sound like
Y'all don't have my feelings.
that sound like somebody off of Dragon
feelings.
Ball Z. Like yo,
It's
He's a hustler.
SCBI. There's no N. There's
What
no
the
N
fuck
in
is
it.
a Sabian?
There's no N in it, bro. It's SCBI.
Okay, let me tell you something.
What you finna
Yes,
tell
sir.
me? What you
Okay.
finna tell me?
So what you gonna start selling this shit out the ocean too then, and make some money off it because you believe in it so much?
It wasn't the sea moss that he was talking about, but we like
Okay.
I said, Fitch.
They are making money off CMOS.
Fitch. We not.
They are.
Fitch, we not gonna do this.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
They
It's a
are.
hustle.
Like I
It's a
said,
hustle.
like I
Right.
said, we're not gonna delve. We talking about woke versus too woke. We're not gonna go left
Right.
field on this. We're not gonna.
I did not know about Dr.
And
Seuss.
matter of
Like,
fact, it's damn
can I
near
say
time to
something?
end this damn topic. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the whole woke versus too woke.
Uh-huh.
Yes, some people can be too woke to the point where
Bubbles.
they become annoying.
Be honest. What the fuck is too woke and what the fuck is
Oh,
woke?
let it finish.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So you grow up, you go to school, you live your life, you play basketball. I'm going to talk about, a young man. You play basketball and you're chilling, you hustle a little
Right,
bit.
librarian.
And
Right.
then you reach a certain age where you decide, I don't know what happens, but to start reading and so on and so forth. And what you laughed at people for doing in the past, like drinking almond
Right.
juice and stuff like that, because you were drinking cow milk. All of a sudden, because you've been reading, you're telling everybody, "Oh, stop doing this. Stop." You get what? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
More than Christmas.
you're becoming more woke than the ones who were,
Well, look,
doing it before you.
Yes, that happens to me every day, Mecco. Like I talk to like my brother, my sisters about nutrition, about food. Even my friends that you knew, that you know. I mean, the ones that I guess I don't talk to no more, but like even them, like because they believe in vaccines and everything the doctor says is the truth because the doctor said it and all that and the third. When I talk to them about nutrition and what real food do for you and what medicines, the effects of all these things and the effects of vaccines.
Fuck that. We got pills.
Everyone has a problem with that because they don't want to believe it because they want to believe so much in the American government who fucks us over every chance they get. And they say that, but then at the same time when it comes to food and FDA, oh no, they would never do that to us. My brother calls me Dr. Seuss. It's funny as shit.
Why too?
It's easy.
Because it's a knock.
Because he
It's
won't
it's
eat
a
green
knock-
eggs.
I
it's a
know
and
what
knock-
ham.
Dr. Seuss
it's a
said
knock-
besides right.
It's a knock on the knowledge that I have. So it's easier to knock the knowledge that someone has because they don't want to accept it and know about it and walk in that, but rather than understand it. Because people don't want to leave, which takes us to the next topic, but people don't want to leave the life that they live, that they lead.
And he will not eat that shit on a train. He will not eat that shit on a plane. He will not eat that shit.
I will not eat
on
that
the
shit.
Green eggs and
I
ham.
will not.
No, but
I will
that's
not
not
eat
that's
that
not
shit.
what I
Great.
That'll fuck up your ass.
Like, okay.
He will not eat green eggs and ham.
Silly. So were you always like this?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't.
So
It's
this
easy
is
to
the
believe the
point
government
that
doesn't
you
require thought.
became. Sorry, you kind of became an extremist, if anything, because it's what I'm trying to say is, so if you have a friend, right, that you grew up with, and that friend was always telling you, okay, how to eat healthier and so on and so forth, and you put it in the back burner, you didn't pay them too much attention. Now all of a sudden you're starting to eat healthy, but you're worse than that friend, and it's like, oh no, it has to be. You have to go to, I don't know, an actual farm and get the meat from the farm.
Pause.
Your vegetables. Oh gosh, I'm not poor. I'm a girl. I ain't pausing up.
I'm not getting no meat. Pause from anywhere.
Be quiet. Or your
Only meat
vegetables
I
have
get
to
if I'm
be-
reaching my pants.
Oh. This is
Okay. Stop.
See?
Nigga, I don't need to hear all that. I won't hear all that, son.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
It's only gonna be one woman to tell me how to eat, and that's my future wife, and it better taste like water.
Oh, God. But being woke is being kind of like the extreme part of it. You know, and then you start criticizing everybody saying, oh, y'all sleep. Stay woke. It's like, dude, you weren't woke. You weren't doing all this 3 years ago.
Well,
That's
now they
call it woke.
Well, if that in that situation, yes. However,
but that's what I think too woke is, because it's like, really chill. You know,
yeah, too woke is when you start criticizing people. Yeah, you're right. But I can't say you're right, but yeah, I agree with you on that one, and I stand with you on that one. I see what you're saying. That's not the walk that I do. I like when people say something, I be like, well, and they be like, yo, like lemon is good for you. I be like, well, lime is actually good for you. Lemon is actually a GMO, and they be like, okay, I'm just educating you. Whether you understand it or not, that's on you. I'm just letting you know, like, okay, like, look, it's not the lemon, it's the lime. You know, and actually key limes. You know, it's because, like, if you're gonna tell somebody something, like, let them know, like, and I'm gonna let you know, because if you're gonna educate somebody and it's false, I'm gonna educate you. So it's
Can I say something?
Because of what I know. Like, nah, you said too much. Nah, go ahead.
oh boy.
Nah,
That's my nigga.
when it's too good to be true, it's not true, bro. And I can't stress that enough to people. You know, you want to believe in something and you feel strongly about it. You know what I'm saying? Because belief is in the mind. But, you know, if it's too good to be true, it's not true. You know what I'm saying? And you can want to believe in something all you want. And this is how we play ourselves in the real world.
What?
Go ahead, though.
Low says it all the time. It's too good to be true. Shit ain't, it can't be true. So, yo, too woke versus woke. Woke is more sort of lines of, like, just understanding things and, like, like, if you're woke, should you not educate those around you on what you understand and what you know?
To a degree.
To a degree. To what degree?
Everyone around you is not going to want to listen to you.
I've
been in that situation. Yeah, it does, because then you become a burden. No, you become a burden. You don't want to be a burden, you know. I've been in that situation one too many times. And afterwards, years later, people begin to understand, oh, you were right. Or, you know, sometimes down the line, it's like, oh, okay, what you said made sense. So I feel like you can voice your opinion. You know, you can give facts, but not impose it on everybody.
Living, I'm about to add you. Living, I'm about to add you. I'm about to add you on Living. So yeah, Mako, I agree with you. Like, I don't agree or disagree. I hate saying I agree, because then it sounds like I'm just, like, trying to find a space where I don't agree. You see what I'm saying? I like what you said. I like what you said. To me, it's more like, it's like, I'm gonna let it, like, if something doesn't align with the facts, then I'm gonna tell you the fact. It's not because I want to seem like I'm smarter than you. It's not because I'm trying to seem like I know more than you. It's because, like, if you're gonna put something out there and you're educating people, like, I'm gonna educate you so you can educate better. Or you can educate properly. It's like, yo, educate. Education is education. It's like, yo, if I'm gonna sit here and it's like, yo, 1 + 1 is 11, but you be like, yo, it's 2. I'm not gonna be like, yo, who the fuck are you to tell me it's 2? You think you better than me? See, that's the shit we have a problem with right now, because you think it's 2. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Can I give you an example? The people off what she's saying. The fellow, or does anybody listening? Like, it was someone made this. I see this statement made a lot on, like, with black people. Even one of the brothers made it last week's show. And I was watching, and he'd be like, "Well, if you're doing better than me, why don't you, like, send it back down, or give me the directions, or give me the book, or tell me how you did it." And anybody who's made it to the top, who leveled themselves up, or does things better, they know that doesn't work. Because one, people listen to who they want to listen to. So I could have the magic pill right now, and want to give it to you, but maybe I'm like, fuck Fitz. I don't respect this. I don't like what Fitz is saying. But you not gonna want. You not. I'm not being a joke. This is serious. But now that's why a smart man will have someone else market the pill that people want to listen to. You see what I'm saying? This is about understanding human beings and mankind, how people really work.
Yeah.
And when you understand that, you stop trying to put your energy into helping motherfuckers who don't want your help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't view you in the light. And this is how you know who loves you, respects you, who really wants to be in your circle. And that's okay. It's just the way the world works.
Yeah.
But you will waste a lot of energy trying to help people who don't want your help.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to kind of get that. You know what I'm saying? You can destroy yourself. So when you hear niggas like, oh, yo, you know what I'm saying? How'd you become the doctor, or how'd you become the rapper, or how'd you become the actor? I worked hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But also there was 1,000 doors closed in my face. I dealt with a lot of hate. I made a lot of mistakes. But that part you're not going to get. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be like, oh, you think you're better than somebody. Oh, you think you're doing this.
Yeah.
So you can't give somebody something they're not ready for. It's never going to work.
Living. Yeah.
Yo, y'all niggas is hilarious, dude.
Dark is a motherfucker down there too.
Black Knight.
Yo, y'all hilarious, dude.
Darkness
Okay.
says.
Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. Dark is beautiful. Let me get. Hold on.
That's
the
right.
handsome one, aka the Prince of Darkness, because my skin look good, but I make white look bright. New York A, the Clinton Hill, Best Side Gang.
We see the outside of your pupil, man.
Yo, let me tell you something. This is the color of God, B. You talking about?
Oh, blackness. Yes, yeah, I agree with you.
What are you talking about? Yo, salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, salute to my brothers and my sister on here. I hear her dropping knowledge.
She said,
Yo,
"Where's the
listen.
lights?" All of the lights.
Yo, Mojo.
Lights.
Let me tell you something. The dark,
bright,
let me tell you.
white lights,
When you,
LED lights.
see, you don't want me to go anywhere I want to go, because I'm like, yo, I'll tell you like this. Y'all light skinned dudes have problems with size, B. Stop playing.
Hey, yo. Hey,
Stop playing.
Yo.
When you dark skinned, women like the dark skin. Stop playing, B.
Hey, talk to him, Tyrese.
What you talking about? What you talking about, son?
Bash murder, go ahead, Shmurda. Not this guy.
Yo, check this out. But good look, you won't call me Smurder, but that man got money, having a great time, and got mad shorties on his feet.
Hey.
That's not a pause, nigga. What you talking about?
That is a pause. You know that's a pause. You talking about another man's beat.
I said he got mad shorties on his beat. That's not a pause.
Dark Skin is another show. Let's go.
Yeah, you talking about another man's
Listen,
beat. Let
me tell you something. Nah, look, one more line. Nah, salute to everybody on here, like
of
the
course,
chat.
Of course, always.
I don't know who's talking. Like, Shorty, my fault. I don't know you like that, but salute to you. You dropping some knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? But
the mango, that's the sweet mango.
She likes. Oh, never mind.
Nah. Check this out. Be like, dead ass. Everybody that dropped knowledge, I don't know, Fish. Sometimes you be wilding, but a couple of things you did say that was legit. But when it comes down to staying woke or dropping knowledge, you gotta understand something, son. Everybody is living their own way of living. Like, you know how you ever heard the term like this world is a stupid thing, like a matrix, and everybody just in your life, like you live in your own realm of living. So anybody you come in contact with could be like a robot or some stupid shit like that. Stuff that they put out online, right? Yo, everybody hopefully at this age has some type of knowledge. They've been through situations in their lives, they learn from it, and they want to drop knowledge to the next person and try to help them, even though the other person don't want to listen. And like she said, yo, they may come back and be like, yo, you was right. You know, it all depends on the person who feels like they have the urge to preach whatever type of experience to the next person, to try to help them. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I can consider myself half woke, because everybody that think they woke are not really woke. They think they know what they're talking about, but they really don't. But in their minds, they might think they really woke.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you want to preach like Christians or whatever, if you want to go to religion, they think they're the most woke people on the planet, but they hypocrites. Then you got people that are ratchet or heathens that think they woke. You know, they doing the right thing, and they way of living as a heathen they think they doing the best thing they doing in life. It all depends. So like me personally, I wouldn't judge nobody. Just go based off your way of living. If you feel like you're dropping knowledge, like she said, I think Jay, you said this too. Don't go too over the top because the other person might not want to hear it or they're not ready for that knowledge. And if they come back and say you were right, then you be like, yo, welcome to the train. You know what I'm saying? No homo. Like, yo, my dude, like, welcome to the club.
Bojo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, nah, but on the real, like, I like on the real, like, yeah, it's like when you woke, it's a difference between being woke and then being overbearing. Like, now I mean, too woke and overbearing. It's like when you overbearing, you trying to now it's like when you overbearing with this shit. Too woke is more so being like the LGBTQ movement. Like when you're trying to force.
Nah, we're not doing that. That's no connection there. Yeah, there's no connection. We're not doing that.
Follow what I'm saying,
Mr. Black Timon. Chill. I don't see that at all.
Listen, what I'm saying. It's when you're forcing your way upon everybody else.
But you know why that's happening, right? Because
we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. What I'm saying.
Listen. I got you.
Relax.
Don't hate daddy up. Listen to me, brother.
No. Wait a minute. What I'm saying is this: when you're forcing your way upon everybody else, they're not going to want to accept what you're saying nor doing, even if they have no problem with it. So it's like when you're just woke and you're just talking to people. I mean, and you're not forcing your way. Like if you're saying like, "Yo, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why are you doing this?" Rather than just have a conversation with people, it's a difference between that and the other thing. So like when you're forcing your way upon people and forcing your way of life upon everybody else, then it's a problem. Then
so look, let me ask you. Let me challenge you on this one real quick. Let's go back into let's go to biblical times. This is the same thing that God wanted Jesus to do when he came down. Now, I'm not trying to go too religious, but this is an example. He turned himself into a human being to be like, yo, listen, this is the way of life. God is this, God is that. And everybody sat there and they turned against him, right? Well, I'm just saying, this is based off whatever. I'm just using it as an example, right? And he wanted everybody to follow him. And until one point, he died. He rose himself back up, whatever. And everybody was like, yo, he was right. You know what I mean? But he was forcing himself on the people to get him to get everybody to be
force himself upon anybody.
Well, no, not to force him. What I'm saying is you can't say he didn't force him. He's putting the information out, and people that he was preaching to might have thought the same thing. Like we don't believe that you forcing this on us.
Nah,
it goes.
He merely walked the earth, son, and people followed it.
They didn't think he forced anything. They thought he was blasphemy.
Yeah,
they thought he was lying.
Yeah, they thought he was lying, but.
Yeah.
Right, so that's not the same thing. If I'm trying to tell you something and you don't believe because you think I'm capping,
no,
and
I know what you're trying to say.
If he said, "I am,"
let me hold on.
I am the light. No, believe me, I'm the light. I'm the light. Watch.
All right, but then
that's it. Like,
but this is you're proving what I'm saying because he's telling the people, just like Homegirl said, you're telling people who don't want to listen, and then they be like, "Oh, well, you were right." But that's what I'm saying. That brings me back to what I said. Everybody has their own way of being woke. But she said it best.
Are you saying Jesus was just merely woke?
No, that's not what. All right, you're missing the point, bro. Like,
what?
You're missing what I'm saying. Like,
the voice of AKA is appalled right now.
Bruh. Hold on, Moses said spreading the word isn't forcing. Okay, it's not forcing.
Father to just not being woke.
No, so look, Mojo just said spreading the word isn't forcing.
Yes,
to some people, it is though.
It's not forcing.
That's what I'm saying.
No. See, look. The reason, like, okay, so understand this before we move on. If just talking to somebody is forcing yourself upon them, that's their uncomfort. You have nothing to do with that. All right. Now, if you're constantly like forcing your word or constantly like forcing your stance upon them, like imposing your will upon them, that's what forcing your will or forcing the word upon them is. Not to say, not if I came upon you and say, hey, look, like, yo, I see you drinking tap water. Like, look, if you were to try spring water, that will give you a way better effect on your life. That's not me forcing my way upon you. Now, if I say, like, look, The fuck are you drinking tap water for? Like, drink this shit. I'm telling you right. Drink spring water. You should be drinking spring water. Why are you drinking this shit? Why y'all drinking regular tap water? Like, yo, all y'all should be drinking spring water. Like, yo, drink spring water. Stop drinking that shit. Like, there's a difference in like what forcing yourself upon everybody is. Hold on one second, Fitch, and I got you, Rock. Rather than like, yo, than just like enlightening someone or just like just telling somebody your stance and then leaving it alone.
Hey,
oh, he's on fire.
Pay attention.
Flame, oh, he got the glow. Yeah, Fitch.
This nigga is wilding right now, bro.
Everybody's going with this. You already know. So listen, prophet and the teacher. So listen, I'll give you an example though. Nah, stay with me. Just ride with me. Listen to me. Hear me out. A good way to think about this. You got we always use the statement, right? Like the born again Christian, right? And that's like your cousin who was the crackhead in the jail. Now he went to church night. Every time he comes to the cookout, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about the third generation of the
child. I ain't Bobby. I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
You definitely not Bobby King. But my point is, when you hear that man speak, he might be speaking the truth, but you don't see him in that light right now. You're like, no, nigga, you smoking that pipe. You that nigga that stole that money from me. You know what I'm saying? You the nigga that came me back. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's a born again Christian, and he's feeling what he's saying right now, right? He's selling you Jesus. But you're not trying to hear that shit at the cookout because you're trying to chill. So every time they come over to your house, you ain't trying to hear them, right? Right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Mm-hmm. Or do you feel what I'm saying to you?
Keep going. You know
what I mean?
Are you done?
No, I don't want to be like regardless. I want to be me. But
he's wrong. You got to be willing to forgive.
Yes, but you're right. But that's not the angle. If you're taking it from there, I know what you mean, sir. But my point was just about the experience of the woke over the being too woke. And I'm telling you, in the real world, or my opinion of the real world, for example, that we see happen every day, and you see it in our brown community. You know what I'm saying? When people get something better in their life. And the second part I want to put out there is, if you've never had something and now someone's giving you something new, you're going to be more happy. So it's going to be overbearing. You know what I'm saying? You've been smoking crack for 20, 40 years. Now you sitting there talking about Jesus is good, great, with the family. But nobody want to hear that because you wasn't doing good all this time. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to be unaccepted to what you bring, especially how they see you. That's another thing. That's just like how you can't change people.
Yeah.
What's up?
People are wicked by nature.
All right, we're going to cut it right there. Look. Thank y'all for tuning in to Factuals, your one stop for information and entertainment. We call that infotainment and the finest of fuck.
You can't be working Christian when they're around this.
Somebody else is forfeit.
We're cutting that one short. So let's go here. Ways to maintain healthy communication. So this is a topic because
I don't think y'all should talk on that. As much as y'all cut each other off, I don't think this is a good one for y'all.
That's why I think it's a good conversation. Because I was having a conversation earlier. There's a possibility. Everything seemed to have a negative content as to where it's like everything is like, yo, there's always something bad happening. So like ways to maintain healthy communication. And what are some ways that y'all maintain healthy communication with the people in your life? I mean, whether it's at work, whether it's your children, whether it's your parents, whether it's your siblings, your friends, your spouse, your significant other, your side piece, your jump off. How do you maintain healthy communication with these people? Huh?
Yo, can I answer this question?
No matter who it is, your puppy, your goldfish, your ferret.
Speak. Can I tackle this one?
Yes, sir. Go on, you got it. There we go.
Go ahead, Livin.
Let me cap, yo. Let me talk. Check this out, dude.
I ain't capped everybody.
Yo, let me tell you about healthy communication. You keep it real with the shorties and the niggas in your life, no matter what they want to hear, nothing like that. They don't lie to anybody. Like, yo, listen, if you my homegirl, you my man, you my sister, brother, I don't give a fuck how I look at you. If I got love for you, you keep it real with me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep healthy communication, whether they accept it or not. If they don't want to hear it, then, that's cool. Then you know how to play the cards after that. If they cut, if they renege, it is what it is. Right. But if you're not keeping it a bug, you're not keeping it a healthy relationship or communication with these people.
All right. I like that. Keep it a buck with everybody. Yo, hey, what's going? Oh, my bad. That's the wrong. Hold up.
Keep it 100. That's what I'm talking about, Mojo.
Said keep it a buck with him. Go ahead, Mecco.
Miko said, I want to hear what the sweet pineapple got to say about this one.
Go ahead, Mako.
Miko.
What
Miko,
did
Michael.
I said I want to hear what the sweet pineapple has to say about this
healthy communication.
Hold on, her name is Mako? Your name is Mako?
Michael.
It's my nickname. Is Miko.
Miko.
Mako? Okay.
It's the juicy mango. Get it right. Get it right.
Oh my God.
There's different ways. She in the darkness like me. I'm trying to figure out the name. I don't know who I'm talking to. I like her opinions. I'm just saying.
No, that's some skin.
This is not healthy communication.
That's healthy sexual
talk.
But listen, everybody. That's not a blackened screen you're looking at. That's actually living talking. All right. Like,
oh, you gonna see me in a few minutes? I'm doing a quick. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
You're not a superhero.
Let me tell you something. Y'all cutting my homegirl off. But when I come in the crib, come on, the handsome going slow. Stop playing with me. Huh?
My bad.
Hold on.
He got his shape up and everything.
Mojo said it's a mango, not a pineapple. You're right. Mangoes are sweeter.
Get him, girl.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mojo got that pineapple.
Oh shit! Oh, here we go.
You're very Liberian.
Yo, the voice in the background.
I can't do it tonight, boy. Y'all niggas are wildin'.
I'm more of a grapefruit with a little brown sugar on top, but you know.
Got that pineapple. Oh shit! Is it juicy?
Yo, I can't do it. Y'all niggas are.
Go ahead, Miko.
Listen.
When?
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself on mute, but I'm listening.
When?
No,
I'm about to walk in the crib.
Don't. Go ahead now. My bad. Mako got
Somebody's
that
gonna cut me off real soon.
Oh, my bad.
We talking about communication and we can't even communicate.
Healthy
No
communication.
one.
Yeah, you're right.
No one.
No one. Go ahead.
No, but it really exactly what you started off with, or I think Mojo said, in the comment section, as far as communicating with others. But communication isn't always. Wait, what is it? The
ways to maintain a
number
healthy
one form of communication isn't verbal.
I'm sorry.
Okay. See, communication, sir. You're the host.
No. I was asking me what was the topic again. Those asking me what the topic.
No. What I'm saying is the number one form of communication is not verbal, right?
Uh-huh.
So whether it's healthy, it doesn't always have to be verbal communication. In my opinion. So I can,
right.
As far as my coworkers go, I don't always socialize with them too much, but I try to do as much as I can to help. I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does.
So they know that they can turn to me for help, and I know I can turn to them for help. As far as like that form of communication, it's what I do. If I see that, because I work in a gynecologist's office, and if one of the PCAs that works with the doctor, if she's got a handful, I would just pick up and help her out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So what are some ways that you let them know without even verbally communicating with them that it's okay for them to communicate with you? Like, what are some ways that you show them?
So if there's like two patients after the patient that they have, right? Mm-hmm. By the time they finish with one patient, if they go on the computer and they see that the next patient is with me, they know that they can trust me. They know that I got their back.
Okay.
You understand?
Yep.
So it's as far as workload goes.
Okay.
Now in relationships, it's not, I don't know. Even sometimes I shut down and I just like to be alone, but I'll show the guy that I'm still interested in him or something like that by, I don't know, not big gifts, but like going, if I know he likes some type of food, I'll buy him the food or I'll cook it, and make it for him. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Or would you drop something on the floor and then pick it up?
Real slow.
I like it when that.
Leave my ass alone.
No, I will never. No, Never mind.
Hey, what you cooking them? I want to find out what you cooking them.
So
Yo, where that come from? Like, what you cooking?
That's personal between me and her. Now, but
Oh my God!
I have a question though. I have a question. Like, so what you said when it comes to like the people you work with, does that same thing work with the person that you deal with intimately? Like, with those, does those same methods work?
I think so.
Well,
I'm not
asking you, do you? I'm asking you, has it worked? Or like, does it work?
For me, in the past, yes, it has.
Okay, can you break it down?
I would say when I was younger, I had a boyfriend at the time. He was working for Texas Relay, and we had just started dating. This was before cell phones were popular, so I didn't know exactly where he was working, but based off of what he said, right?
He was timing.
I just started putting two and two together, and then I found him, and I brought him lunch, and he was really surprised by that. And I'm like, why are you surprised? You told me that you were hungry. You didn't get, a lunch break. So I'm coming to give you lunch.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive. You went to the job. You went to the job uninvited.
We all talking at the same time.
Get him, girl.
I haven't talked all night. Wait, can I talk? Can I say something to the female go, please? God damn it. Listen. So let me get this right. You went to this gentleman's job uninvited, right?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Get it, Fitch.
That's aggressive.
Yo, you look like Grand Theft Auto right now.
Yo, why my man in the episode of Grand Theft Auto?
You look like Grand Theft Auto right now.
Yo, bro, my man.
Pop up with a gun.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. It's hilarious, son.
Real gangster in the building right now. Let's go. No, go back. Man, go. He's speaking.
So look, y'all. So like,
oh my God.
Right now we're talking about ways of maintaining healthy communication. I was once married. Living, you're married now. What are some ways? Give us some way you maintain healthy communication.
Shut up and listen.
Hold on, you said what's the one way to get healthy communication?
No, give me one way that you maintain healthy, or that even your wife communicates healthy communication in your relationship.
I already said it. You know what I'm saying? I already said, like, yo, when you've been together with somebody as long as I've been, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of rough edges. There's a lot of like miscommunication. There's a lot of humps and bumps in the road. It's a lot of like, yo, I want to have sex. I'm too tired. We've been doing something. Yo, it's so much. You already know. You know what I'm saying? The healthy communication sometimes is like, all right, I'm going to hit this is not for everybody. It's just for me, my own personal. When you're married, bro, the best communication doesn't work all the time. You might be giving communication that you think is right. It's not good for the other person. So when we are communicating, sometimes it's like, all right, well, we are putting our feelings out there, but we like this. It might not, you know what I'm saying? Might not hit. So you gotta find options and other opportunities to sit and be like, yo, what is the best way that we can talk to each other? And it might be some type of mediator or something like that can make us stay in a straight parallel line, if that makes sense. Because communication is key when it comes to a marriage, yes. You know what I'm saying? But is your spouse gonna not listen to me, or I'm not gonna listen to her unless I talk to my man about it? You already know. I'm like, yo, son, me and such son been through this. Yo, am I bugging right now? You better know, you wildin'. That's where it comes down to the key to the communication. This topic right here. Like, yo, communication between me and my man, gonna keep it a buck with me. I was wildin'. So I could process it, go back to my wife and be like, yo, I apologize. I was in my feelings. Yeah. Same thing with her, you know what I'm saying? It all depends, you know what I mean? But that's called healthy communication between your person and the man that you chilling with.
Yeah.
So
I have a question.
That
it's for Lipton, because you are married. Prior to being married, was it hard for you to apologize to people, or did it come easily
within the
Okay.
relationship.
I like that question though. You said prior to being married. You married right now? You've been married before?
No, I'm single. I've never been married.
All right, that's a good question. All right, bet.
She
Prior to being married,
her
I didn't give
mouth
a
game is
fuck.
wet though. My bad,
All
man.
right, see,
That-
you
Oh
do what
my
you best, bro.
God!
That's my whole man. I can fuck all
terrible.
day. That's the whole thing. My
All right.
back.
Hold on. Let me answer a question real quick, huh? So
You need
prior to
to
being married, you said it was hard to apologize to people. No, because I didn't give a fuck. And like me personally, when I was in my bag and in my feelings and being like just me, I didn't care about nobody's feelings, so I didn't have to apologize to anybody. Straight up. But even when I got with my wife, it was hard to apologize. I'm still learning her, but at the same token, now years in, is it hard to apologize? No, because I learned to apologize for not just her, but even my man. If I was wrong, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can apologize for it. And it's up to them to accept it or not. You know what I mean? It all depends. When you get older, like I would say it comes with age too. Depending on how spiritual you are you able to be a man and know when you're wrong, or you going to sit there and move accordingly? You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that, Mojo.
Ask your question. What you apologize for though?
This is one thing. I know what you gonna get at.
You always gotta apologize.
My nigga. Son, no, that's not necessarily true. No, you don't have to apologize for everything that you think that you're not wrong for, because that's where the communication comes in. If you think, see what he just said, you're a man, you always gotta apologize. That's false. That's cap. You ain't gotta do that. I'm right. I ain't gotta apologize to anything if I think I'm right. That's cap.
So I want to hear, brother.
You be laid up on somebody else talking about what you were trying to hear.
That means she wasn't. You know what? That's necessarily false, because that means she wasn't for you in the first place.
We're living in sayings like we speak about these things all the time. And my bad, Fish. I'm gonna let you rock in a second. Like we're living in saying we speak about these things all the time. Like, look, and this goes for women and men. If it's something that you don't need to apologize for, don't apologize for it, because if you apologize for something that you're not apologetic for, you're gonna find yourself apologizing for that same shit and then accepting that same shit that they've done all the time. Like, look, I don't apologize for shit that I'm not apologetic for, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, like, look, no, I'm not apologizing because I don't like because
and that's when they expect you to apologize all the time.
Yeah, because I'm not sorry or apologetic for the shit that I done or said. I mean, like, look, and it's not harsh. It's not harsh. It's not harsh. What it is like, look, this is my stance. This is where I stand upon it, and like, look, this is where I come from. Are you gonna talk? Are you gonna talk to me to understand where I'm coming from, or do you just want to keep your stance? Like, we can have, and this is where healthy communication is. We have to understand, like, we got to understand each other's walk. Now, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're wrong or where you come from, or I'm wrong where I'm come from. Healthy communication is like, look, helping you is letting you know to better understand me. Understand me.
Well, you know what?
Understand you.
When you finish,
hold on. For every nigga who didn't deserve it, y'all telling me y'all can't just apologize to keep the peace?
No.
Hold on, wait. I have one question. I want to hear from Fish though, because Fish has a good question. I feel he got something to say, right?
I want to say what I said.
Wait. I just want to ask her one question, because she asked me. I just want to ask one question to her.
Make sure y'all
would you apologize?
And y'all subscribers to YouTube. Go ahead.
So, when you ask me that question, I'm gonna flip it to you. Also, would you apologize or feel like you have to have some type of communicative conversation if you were wrong to the man, though? You feel what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Like, would you be 100 with the person?
Of course.
If you was really wrong?
Oh, always. I grew up like that. The reason why I'm asking you is because you're from New York. And living here, having grown up here, a lot of young men do not, even if they're wrong, they will not apologize. So I'm like, have you always been this way? Or did you, did you grow into it? That's what I'm asking.
So
To me, yeah.
hold on. Let me ask you.
Hold on. Let Fish tackle
No,
it first.
Let him finish. I'm gonna respond to that, but let him. Yeah, let's finish though. I'm gonna respond though.
But
Let me mute myself real quick.
the only reason I wanted to step in was because we said apology. But what are we saying? You know what I'm saying? Because saying that word sorry, don't. I'm saying that already is that's a bad thing. It tells you to I'm better too. Stop telling people you're sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sorry. No, I like to do that shit a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sorry.
Like a motherfucker. It shows that you can take on the burden of those people around you and still maintain.
But no, it's power in words. And I'm sorry.
Now, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. What I was trying to come at. Yeah, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? If you are important to me, you are something that if you value me and I value you, then it's important that you need to find a way to resolve that situation. Because it doesn't matter if it's a relationship between friendships or females. You know what I'm saying? So again, not going out your way to try to value people who don't value you. You know what I'm saying? So in the situation where that's your wife, that man, a man's supposed to take care of a woman to a certain extent. I know roles change. Even me, I have to change to realize that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think, like he said, I'm not going to step out the window if you tell my wife sorry. But he realizes too, if she needs to know at the right period of time that she's important to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the woman he should have chosen to be with the rest of life. And I dig that. But you have to be careful how you can devalue yourself and trying to keep people in your life. That's all I'm trying to bring out. You know what I'm saying?
It's not really devaluing yourself.
You know what?
Anything you do,
it's something that I didn't do. It's just because I wanted this to move forward. I will do it one time. If I do it one time, and then that's when we correct it.
It is devaluing yourself because if you do that shit once, you're gonna have to keep doing that.
No,
shit.
you don't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Okay, they're gonna expect that. They're gonna expect that shit to keep
and that's
happening.
when you correct them.
And that's men and women. You can't correct somebody for something you accepted already.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I apologized the first time because I want us to get over the fucking shit. You keep bringing it up or you keep fucking it up, then I have to correct you.
And now you're gonna have to be
you took advantage. You took advantage. That's what it is. And
But
that shows you your character.
No. But you don't have to take advantage. That's on you. That is a need.
That's right.
I mean, that's a need.
It's humility.
That's a need.
It's humility.
No.
In its definition, it's humility.
Put it like this: when you gotta suppress that's the thing about suppression. When you gotta suppress yourself and your feelings for someone else to feel comfortable around you,
that's not suppression.
That's a problem with. No, it is.
How?
That's a definition.
How was it suppression?
That's a problem with you.
You hurting yourself to love somebody else.
If you gotta apologize for someone else to feel comfortable about themselves because of them around you because of something that
who said it's to make them feel comfortable? It's to get over the issue.
That's on them.
Jesus didn't die to feel comfortable.
No, Jesus didn't. But Jesus also died for everybody's but Jesus didn't die because he felt he was wrong.
No, I didn't say I apologize. I didn't say I apologize.
Let me hold on. Wait. Hold on. Y'all niggas is wild.
No, we're talking.
You're getting sensitive over there, man. You're getting sensitive.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. You
right now.
The topic is conversation. What is it? Communication, people.
Where's Chocolate Thunder go?
It's communication.
I'm sorry, but the biggest man can take on the burden of the whole group. For the group to move on, the bigger man will take on the burden. Just don't expect him to do it every time.
So this the thing. I don't want this to turn into like some man-woman shit. I just want to answer the question first.
No, it's not. No. So look, everybody. We're talking about healthy ways of maintaining ways to maintain healthy communication. Like, look, if you're in any type of relation, everything is based upon relationships, and that's what I help the people understand. Like, everybody say, "Yo, your show is all about relationships." I'm like, everything in life is about relationships. Relationship between yourself and yourself and your God, your entity, yourself and your children, your siblings, your parents, your spouse, your significant other, your pets, your environment. Everything is about relationships. everything. So how do you maintain those relationships? How do you maintain communication? Because like, look, everything you do is based upon how you communicate and how you receive communication, how you reciprocate that communication, how you like understand things. Like, so if you can't communicate with somebody or something or someone, how do you expect them to do the same to you? So like, people so busy pointing the finger. Everybody's so busy pointing the finger to somebody else when they really forget to look in the mirror. So like, communication doesn't just deal with how someone else talks to you or how someone else, I mean, is coming across upon you. But how are you coming across upon them? How are you talking to them? How are you communicating to them or that? Like, how are you communicating to yourself? Like, a lot of people don't even talk to them. A lot, like, people think that, like, when I say talk to yourself, a lot of people don't even look at themselves in the mirror and take the time out to say, yo, am I bugging right now?
Yo, can I tell you this?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say some shit that niggas ain't gonna agree with. Do you know there's no such thing as an unhealthy relationship a lot of times?
Yes. Yes.
It is though. Like, so look, check this out. The reason why I say that is because two parties that come together have to understand what the limits of. So hold on, hear me out before y'all jump in, because I know y'all ugly ass niggas about to jump in. Hold on. So check this out. Two parties that come together know their limitations within themselves. When you just sit, look in the mirror, they know their limits, and whether they know it or not. A lot of times they do know they shit stink and try to hide the shit. So they know their limitations, right? Versus another person is bringing baggage just like they bringing baggage. If they don't know how to fucking live under the same space or have that communication and talk and be real, yes, it's gonna be toxic. But a lot of times, if they are like, say for instance, if me and you, we cool and I didn't like you and you ain't like me, but we still chilling, that's a toxic relationship. Eventually we're gonna come into contact with somebody physically as men. But if we keep it a buck with each other, right, and be like, yo, you know what, I can't fuck with this nigga, we leave each other alone, that's no longer a toxic relationship, because we understood that we can't communicate with each other. Yeah. That's what the communication and looking in the mirror is about. But it goes the same way when niggas talk about like the whole apologizing shit and everything. It's different, bro, because if you can sit there and be like, the niggas ain't gotta apologize because I'm doing it. Bro, men apologize like women. They want women to apologize, but it takes a real man to apologize when a nigga know he's wrong and let you sit and act like your shit don't stink. That's a fucking lie. You know what I mean?
Real men and women. Guy really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways, B.
But you just said there's no such thing as an unhealthy relationship, but you just stopped the unhealthy relationship.
If you allow an unhealthy relationship, that's your fault. Straight that, bro. Because you got a lot of cut niggas off.
No, because there's a thing called compassion and understanding and forgiveness. If the person takes advantage of your compassion, understanding, and forgiveness,
I think that's a different topic.
But how long you want to take that though? It depends on how long you want to allow that before you realize your limit.
Why would you want to take it? Because people are manipulative. People can make you think that there's something that they're not.
I like that.
Whole time they're being an asshole, you're thinking maybe they're just having a bad day, but they're doing it on purpose. You don't know people until you find out.
But if you've seen that multiple times, and you still let it rock, whose fault is that?
Because especially when you're dealing
with, you can't tell me that I'm wrong, B.
Especially when you're dealing with narcissistic personalities, they'll be nice and then they'll be mean. They'll be nice, they'll be mean, they'll be upset.
Again, it depends on your attitude. If you know they're narcissistic and you know they're doing that, then why stay?
Nigga, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, then you're here.
So hold up. So bottom line, like when you're dealing with somebody who's narcissistic, right? And you communicate with them. Healthy communication is communicating with somebody and letting them know something. Now, a narcissistic person.
I can answer that.
Hold up. A narcissistic person is not going to receive anything you got to tell them. So your communication doesn't depend upon their receiving.
But you got to understand, if you don't know what that is, you don't understand why they're not receiving it.
No.
Let me copy real quick.
How can you understand if you don't know what narcissism is?
Let me hop in real quick.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you come to realization, hold up. If you realize that your partner is narcissistic, then you
So I got
understand
this.
that no matter what I say to them, you're still gonna tell them. No matter what I say to them, they're gonna take it this way. Once
I
you
will
get to a point,
keep it.
whoa, baby.
I'm in 7-Eleven. I got a random person that can answer this question.
No.
But nigga,
Tell them.
no, chill. I got you. But nigga, I dated the narcissist. I can tell you what the narcissist does. Let me get this.
Hold up, I'll let you rock. When you're in a relationship with a narcissistic person,
I'm putting myself on mute real quick.
and you're communicating.
Yeah, do that.
Like, listen, healthy communication doesn't depend upon them receiving your communication. Your healthy communication depends upon what you do. Like, and that's what that's the thing I preach the most. Like, everything you do does not depend upon what the other person does in return. You have to handle your business as an individual in your personal relationship, whether it's with yourself, whether it's with somebody else, or with something, whatever it is.
Well, who was your narc?
Huh?
Who was your narc?
It don't have to always be something narcissistic.
Who was your narc that you dealt with?
Married to.
She's not a narcissist. When y'all broke up, did she try to kill you? Did she defame you?
That has nothing to do with
Well, no. Stop. Let me jump in.
Part of
That
it.
has
Yes,
nothing
it
to
did.
do with being
You don't know what narcissism is. She didn't devalue you. She didn't triangulate you with another man.
That is an extremist.
Stop.
Something
No, it's
completely different, man.
No, it's not. That's
And listen,
narcissism.
or because somebody is narcissistic doesn't make them a bad person.
Yes, it does. That's
It
why
does
they're
not.
narcissists. Yes, it does. They use people. They
Come on.
manipulate people for their own
That
personal
means they
gain.
don't understand the communication.
That means they do understand.
My
They
zone.
refuse to change.
My zone. My zone. Let me go. First of all, listen. I've been on my low point in life, and when you're in the low part of your life, you attract low energy people. So if you're in the low part of your life, you're gonna attract those type of people. So I've been around that highly toxic women and narcissistic women. So no, they are not good people because you can't change a person who's constantly seeking validation. You can't change a person who's undeveloped. You know what I'm saying? What you have to understand about the narcissists is they are like a 12-year-old child, 7-year-old child. So you're dealing with an adult as a kid. Also, wait. Don't play this. Let me go. Let me educate. I'm not on my fish shit.
We following you. Go ahead, Fitch.
Because you made a statement. Oh, they can be a good person. No, motherfucker.
No, they
If
can't.
you know you're fucking with a narcissistic person, you need to get the fuck out of town. You need to run for the hills because that's not the person you need. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with, because in a relationship, it's a give and a take. When you're with a narcissistic person, you're giving all your energy to them, and you're not getting anything back. And you're in this relationship, and you don't realize it. And what happens to a lot of good people, like, I don't want to judge anybody how long they're in a relationship. Let's say I did it for like a year, 6 months, I realized it. But you have people who do it for 10, 15 years. But motherfucker, you didn't realize it. So you realize everyone has a different level of understanding of relationships and boundaries. So the longer you stay with somebody like that, you're sucking the life out of yourself. You're literally killing yourself every day. Why
the fuck do y'all stay, bro? Like,
you don't know what's going on.
A lot of times you don't realize that shit, man. It ain't about why people say.
You don't. You have to learn, though. This is why you have to learn about the type of people. That's why you have to go back and learn about who you are as a child and your triggers and all that. I don't want to go too far in that.
Let me tell you how mine was. For years, this bitch holding grudges from 2004. For years.
But you're still going through it.
Don't get twisted. I know about all that shit, but
you're still going through it. You're still going through the human stage, though. It's going to take a while.
For the last 8 years, it started off good and just slowly went downhill. There would be times where it would be devaluing, name calling, and then there'd be times it would be love bombing and shit. It's like a psychological game they play with you. And everything is a lie. You never met somebody who can hold a lie about everything. I mean, every last thing. Everything they say to you is a lie, has double meaning. Everything. I mean, even when they say they're having a good day, that's probably a fucking lie. You never met people like that because if you're a good-hearted person, you're not going to expect somebody to be that way because why the fuck would anybody want to be that way? But these people, that's what they do. They get a kick off that shit. They get a high off attention. They'll do anything for attention, even sell a body. They fuck niggas for attention, not even money.
That's the hard part.
Really though, breathe.
Narcissistic people are garbage misters anyway. They're always.
And then it's your fault because you catch them lying. Then they got to destroy you.
Well, it's not your fault. You take responsibility for.
That's what they feel like they have to destroy you because you called them, because they don't want you to tarnish their reputation and let everybody know what kind of fucked up person is. So they will do any and everything to fuck your life up because you called them cheating. That's the kind of dirty person they are.
It feels that way. It feels that way.
Can somebody read what Mojo said, please?
She said, "Well, I'm driving."
Everyone is at a different level.
Everyone is at
really.
Everyone is at a different level, so sometimes they accept things they shouldn't because at the time they don't know or want
yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a great comment.
That's true.
I'm going to get to that though, and that goes back to the bomb.
I need a bomb on that one. I can one, bro. Please.
I can honestly say I accept some shit
because
she kind of reminded me of my mother in the way she talked to my father, and I didn't even realize the shit. I thought that shit was normal.
It's called growing pains.
There's a point I want you to hold on, time out. There's a point you can bring up in the next show. It's called mirroring. So a narcissistic person has the skill set to marry you,
everything,
marry your life, marry your one. Hey, oh, you like hip hop music? Oh, you like art? You like history? Oh, you're intellectual? They can. It's an act.
Well, I would love to talk about that because y'all hilarious right now with this shit, bro.
Nah, it's definitely hilarious, bro.
Well, these are things. Honestly, the things they see right now, like
I've studied this stuff. I researched it, and I'll drive to your house and teach it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you understand it.
I'll bring that to you later.
Because narcissistic abuse is something that's really serious, and you got to really realize that so many men and women.
What's her name? Is Coco still on? What's her name? Is she still on?
So I went from Miko to Mako to Mango
and now Coco.
I'm about to say, listen. Okay. I barely heard you. I'm so sorry. I'm like,
yeah, Coco.
No, because we've been OGing. Like, where's she at? Like, let's let her speak.
Coco.
No, I'm listening.
No, she still didn't answer my question because this shit went left.
Right here. Be right here. Go ahead, Coco.
Coco left. Man.
Yo, Fish, come on.
Right.
Man. I can't be around cigarette smoke, man. Come on, man.
I smoke bogeys. I'm a real nigga.
Shit, we went through this shit.
I need to quit.
Sunshine, what up? Go ahead, Mako.
Bro, you have to take that shit seriously, though. Go ahead, Mako.
Oh, no, let her go, man. Let her go.
Well, what was the question? I don't remember.
Shit. I don't remember you asked me a question. And I asked you a question. Nah, I don't even remember what it was. She was about to answer this shit.
What you said was if I was used to apologizing, and I said yes. Like in a relationship, would I apologize? It's something I grew up with. Like I'm from a different cultural background, and that's when there's an issue, it's addressed early, whether it be friendship or actually I take that and friendships and stuff. But you know what? As a kid, back in West Africa, right? I did not talk to my friends. Like, if I was mad at a friend, I would not, we wouldn't talk to each other. We wouldn't talk things out at all. It's not until I came here and I was in junior high, right?
Yeah.
And I was mad at a friend and I just stopped talking to her. So one day she comes over and then she starts apologizing. And I was like, what the hell? So from then, I began opening up, and I'm like, okay, so if I'm wrong, that's what I'm supposed to do is apologize. Like adults did it, you get what I mean? But as far as me, it's not something that I was used to until that friend of mine did it to me, and I started looking at things differently.
So like, listen, and I guess this honestly,
you know what?
This honestly may be a topic for a different show, because like, how can you tell somebody is narcissistic? And like I said, this may be a topic for another show. And because of the fact that like we spoke about the different types of relationships on here before, right? And we spoke about what a relationship, like the types of relationships, the different types of relationships, like what a relationship should be, like as far as give, take, as far as win, lose. Like a relationship should always be win-win.
I'll tell you the first time.
If your relationship isn't win-win, then you're in a different type of relationship. You're not in a conducive relationship. You're not in a healthy relationship. So honestly,
what?
And if your relationship isn't win-win, how? Tell me if you're in a.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold up. So hold on, let me finish first.
That's absolutely not true.
So
But go ahead.
if you're not in a win-win relationship, that's what I'm saying. If you're not in a win-win relationship, it's not going to be healthy. So, as I was stating or going to state, tell me how can you be in a relationship that's not win, that's win-lose, that benefits you or benefits the person who has the I want you to lose mentality. How can you hold on? How can healthy communication?
Yeah, repeat that. Yeah.
How can healthy communication take place if someone doesn't have your best interest in mind and heart? How can these things take place?
I mean,
the first part
it
sounded like it made
revelation.
Okay.
You have to find.
I might have misunderstood your first question because I'm like, wait,
let me say this.
Hold on. Go ahead, really.
I mean, like I said, obviously it's not going to work if it's not a healthy relationship or if they don't have your best interests. But you have to come to that revelation that they don't. Some people, like I said, people are manipulative. Everybody's going to say what you want to hear to get what they want. As soon as they get what they want, that's when they start to devalue you and dismiss you. That's when you start to figure out, okay, this isn't a healthy relationship. But the good-hearted people will always try to see the best in other motherfuckers and say, why is he treating me like this? Maybe it's something I'm doing. You're going to always second guess and try to find out the problem before you just dismiss them if you're a good-hearted person. That's usually why people stay in shit longer than they should, because they're too busy being good-hearted.
Roger, I recognize that shit. Yeah, exactly.
Let me say this. Can I say this?
Go ahead, Fitch, and then Liv and go after that.
So one of the things, and I don't so much want to focus on narcissism because every time we run with that word, but you have to, but it's a spectrum.
Keep it short with it, though. Short with it.
I will. Hear me out. This is the educational part. So for anybody who wants to listen or understand what I'm trying to tell you, is that it's the lack of emotional intelligence. So when you're dealing with people who have a lack of emotional intelligence, let's say a more healthy person is like a 6, a person with high emotional intelligence is more empathic. But if you're dealing with a person from 0 to like 3, the narcissistic person is more like a 0. But any person in that range of 0 to 5, you're dealing with somebody who has low emotional intelligence. And when you're dealing with people with low emotional intelligence, you're dealing with people who are going to either be selfish, manipulative, in these different areas. So the narcissist is the worst one, then the psychopathic type of person. But it's low emotional intelligence. And this is what you understand. How am I dealing? This is what you would ask yourself. Why am I dealing with a person that has low emotional intelligence? You see what I'm saying? They're not meeting your needs in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And this also goes back to the person. Why am I asking another person to meet my needs when I can't meet them myself? So these are little things you got to see. And you also brought up another topic about how do I even mess with this person? But human beings who are in that classical range of low emotional intelligence, they have a good skill set. We also about the love bombing. So if you meet somebody and you fall in love with them in like fucking 15, 30 days, you already know that you're fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You're like, this is too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? And then that what it does, it emotionally breaks your intelligence, and now you're stuck in this relationship. You know what I mean? And now you go back again. We talked about triggers and shit. Now I'm trying to save this person. I'm trying to fix this person. So again, you're attracting these energies. So these are things when you want to work, but these are your red flags. Why am I fucking with these type of people? You know what I'm saying? Why am I not trying to be the best version of myself every day and working on me? And that's why those people are in your life. It doesn't mean you're whack. Because we use the word toxic kind of freely. Toxic doesn't mean you're a bad person. Toxic means you just might have a behavior that's not healthy for your progress. That's the way you should think about toxic. You see what I'm saying? I'll leave it there, though, Kings.
I like that. Go ahead. Who's next? Was it Liv or was it Mako?
What's up, big yo? Yeah, I'm in the streets, but yo, let's let my Mako go first.
Mojo's killing me right
now. And she's like, yo, you on the street? Y'all on the streets for a second. Y'all gotta get this bottle, son. Hold on, B.
Yeah, Mojo's killing me. Yo, so Mako, what's your take on that?
About what, narcissist?
Yeah, or just the whole thing in general.
No,
speak on
about
the
communicating part.
Speak on narcissism.
No, I'm not. Narcissism, that's a sensitive issue for me. So maybe if you turn it into like a major topic, I can.
I'm gonna do the research for you. I got the show for you. We're ready. Don't worry.
Hey,
I got you. Talk to you. King pitch. What's up?
Okay. Okay, Kingfish, I hear you.
Respect to you. But listen, that's why I said don't get caught up in the narcissism. Get caught up in understanding people with low emotional intelligence and their behaviors, because they repeat. You know what I'm saying? You don't the narcissist is the kind of the worst person, but you just dealing with people who have low emotional intelligence, people that are hurting you every day. It's speech patterns, things like that, where they devalue, that you see a constant devalue, a laughing at you, a mindset. You're like, hey, what the fuck? Did you just bring me down? I just made you dinner and you didn't like the steak. You know what I'm saying? I just took you out. They're always finding a way. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with somebody who's fucking broken. And this is another example I'll give to you. You know what I'm saying? If you break a glass, right, you don't try to put it back together and drink out of it. Don't you throw it away. But in relationships, people will take a broken person and try to put that glass together and drink it. What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get fucking cut. You did? You gotta think about that shit, my nigga.
That's a good analogy.
I have a question.
That is actually a good analogy.
You gotta know they're broken first.
Is that not?
No, I don't want. I don't want to come at you yet with that one, because you do know, but see, there's a part of you haven't found out about you yet. Wow, you know what I'm saying? So it's a bigger picture. It's a growth part. So I say turn around. Don't get mad at yourself for making a mistake. Find out what am I doing with myself so that shit don't happen again. To be honest with yourself. Take that time.
Go ahead, Mako.
Mojo was saying listening, as far as like, you know, healthy communication in a relationship. Yes, listening, but also as somebody like me, I listen, but then like I forget, right? So you might find me doing something that you told me you didn't like, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. You know, so don't hold it against me. However, also watching. So if you pay attention to your significant other and, you know, you watch their moves and the things that they like and their dislikes, you can also, I don't know, I think it, you know, it'll come across in the long run like it'll be a good thing for you. Keep from arguing, you know, something simple like they don't like, I don't know, plastic bags in the sink or something like that, so you won't put it in the sink, you know, just to be mindful by watching their moves and things, I think.
Yeah, so like in the piggyback on that, so like if we're talking about ways of healthy communication, because like we did kind of go left because we just talked about different types of communication, but we got to about ways of healthy, which is the key word here, healthy communication. And it's like, if we're talking about ways of healthy communication, we're talking about ways that effectively comes across to the person or the thing or being that we want to communicate with, even if it's ourselves, right? Because we can tell ourselves all day, yo, don't do that shit, don't do that shit. And it's like, don't take that shot, don't take that shot. Oh, go, oh. I mean, I took the shot. So it's like, we have to realize that healthy communication are ways of communicating in ways that the other being or whatever that other thing that we're communicating to will get it, right? Or will receive it. Now, even if they don't get it, we'll receive it better or receive it in some type of way. So, like whether they unlike. So, if I'm talking to y'all, whether y'all get what I'm saying or not, y'all receive it differently rather than me just saying like, yo, don't do that shit. You're like, don't do what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Or I can be like, yo, know what I mean? Like, yo, my dude, like, it's probably better if you like, you don't, know what I mean? Don't pick that, know what I mean, that bucket up or whatever, like, whoever, whatever. People say, oh, sometimes you can be harsh, whatever, like, that goes back into the whole terms of like the message versus the messenger. Healthy communication can mean so many different things to different people. Does that depend on the person that you're talking to, though?
Can I touch on that? And this is another thing I realized. That's why like, we get to this kind of like who knows what they're talking about, who doesn't. First of all, how do you know? So even you can learn a lot of different ways. You can learn from making mistakes. You can learn from being around people who know what they're talking about, or maybe whose opinion you value. And be careful whose opinion you value. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing about you saying, what's healthy communication? You don't know. You don't. That's why I say, like, So you need to making mistakes in life and learning about yourself and other people. And that's again like if you're trying learning in Nelson Mandela said this, I hate to get nerdy, but he's like you gotta learn to be the last person to speak in the room sometimes. That way you can hear everybody. Also you can figure out how they judge you. So you know what I mean? It is understanding the way the world works when you communicate with people. So you got to get to this point where you're like, how do I become a better communicator? Like I work in corporate now, I really don't act the way I act sometimes in corporate. It's taking me a long time, but because I got the corporate, I realized, like, nigga, you be bugging. You can't do that shit you do in everyday life, because otherwise you're not going to be able to be effective. You're not going to be an effective leader. You're not going to be effective in solving problems and issues. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I do shit, I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck did I solve this problem? Well, you're fucking amazing. Giving myself flowers. So it's a learning process. You know what I'm saying? It is a learning process, my nigga. It really is. And you should always hype yourself up and get yourself flowers. I don't think
that's funny though.
It's funny, but it's true though. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning process. And you gotta go through shit.
You just gave yourself a double negative what you just said, bro. You just said
no, I didn't. No.
Bro, no, you just said a double negative just now. You just said for yourself. You made a great point, and I was with you, but you just turned around and said some negative shit that don't make no sense.
Well, it's not it makes no sense to you. It makes no sense to you.
No, it makes no sense at all, my nigga. No, see, I was on mute. I was listening to y'all niggas.
I know, but you always kind of do that to me. Don't do that to me. Well, hear me out though. It's okay.
Nigga, I heard what you said. This shit didn't make sense, nigga.
No, because you didn't give it time to sink in yet. Let that pill go.
Nigga, you made shit and just make sense at the same time, nigga.
We gotta let that pill go.
Hold on,
I love you, brother, but you gotta let that pill grow. And I keep saying you gotta I give you an example. You gotta pick a path, right? You keep doing the wrong thing every day. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know you're doing the wrong thing, bro. But the fact that you fucking picked a path and went to go do that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't do anything and you sit still, you don't get any movement. You don't get any growth. So this was communication. Like, you could be doing the wrong thing. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to know. You're never going to fucking know until you know. That's the dope thing about life. But that shit hits you like a fucking lightning bolt sometimes. And you be sitting in the room like, I shouldn't have did it that way. Damn, I could have did this better. You know what I'm saying? So accepting your faults, loving yourself, it's amazing. I know it's hard, niggas be thinking I'm bugging, but I'll tell you, nigga, it really does work. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have
you're not bugging. You just confusing everybody else with your understanding that you're teaching everybody, nigga.
No. I'm a little around the place because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you your hold on. Hear me out. I'm gonna give you your flowers because about a year ago, I don't want to hear what this nigga got to say. He be wilding. I witnessed you elevate within the last 5 or 6 months. But the problem that you be doing is, amongst your elevation, that you start to make sense, you contradict yourself and you be like going all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, you just said this, but now you saying this. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, dead ass.
I take you. That's a great point, bro. That's an honest criticism, and the point where I'm at right
it's all good. So the only thing you understand by honest criticism, though, because you know I'm gonna keep it 100 with you all the time, is I'm giving you kudos that you actually are growing. I'm like, yo, when's the last time you heard me say, yo, I agree with Fish? I said this shit for the last couple of shows. I'm like, yo, I agree with him. He making sense, but then you turn around and be like, I'm like, what the fuck?
But that's my point too. If I fucking worry about somebody not good,
Fish will be saying some knowledgeable shit and be like, yo, but watch out for these bitches, because these bitches will be like hold on, who's talking about crazy, son?
Don't fuck with you can't fuck with this drugs right here, but you can drink this alcohol and still get high, but it's like you giving them positive information, but you go to what the fuck?
But you know what? I can't tell you. It's just that's the part of me where, like, you know what, you fuck it up sometimes. I gotta stop it. Keep it light.
But you know what? I'm gonna do this. I didn't get a chance to talk, y'all. I stayed mute because I was listening to all y'all niggas talk. The first thing I'm gonna do is, first of all, because I know we about to get off. First of all, yo, Mojo, all y'all in the chat, salute to all y'all. Thanks for the comments, because I'm about to get out of here. Yo, my own girl, I can never get her name right. Yo, I hear you. Salute to you. Fish. Yo, my man, young, yo, hold on. Young Willie, though, I got your joint. You've been posting, yo, more music. Bitch, I'm with you. You growing, bro. I hear you when you talking. I got you. I'm with you, but you gotta stop. Sometimes you be like this. You be fucking me up sometimes. But salute to the show. Y'all, you already know how we do. Hashtag Factuals. Yo, the one thing I gotta say in this topic, for me personally, no disrespect to nobody in this room or anybody in the chat. Me personally, I can't get with everybody's situation because I've been married for my wedding anniversary is next month. I'll be married for 11 years. Me and my wife been married. We've been together for almost like 17 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of situations that you guys hit me with, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, no disrespect to anybody on the chat when I voice my opinion with certain things. So it's not, my situation ain't like y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did my shit. Me and my wife in a class right now on some shit like a 10-month boot camp. And I ain't afraid to say it because we had issues a year ago that we willing to fix. And like only real people that's in real situations as far as marriage will understand what I'm talking about. Like, my personal opinion to y'all, just my opinion, y'all kind of broken, not to everybody. So it's like, if I say something, y'all, I get the backlash. Y'all might not understand where I'm coming from based off my relationship and the woman that I'm with. But we're still working on it just the same as you guys working on it too. You feel me?
But you always say broken, like, you know what I'm saying? That's shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's a difference between broken and knowing something.
Bro, when I say broken,
I reflect.
Wait. You had your shit to talk. Y'all niggas talk for mad long. Hold on. When I say broken, I mean in a situation where you've been in a position to be in a relationship that you had the opportunity to fix whether right or wrong or leave the situation. I don't know that because I've never been in that. And my wife has been, though. You know what I'm saying? And fish y'all know what I'm talking about. But it takes the power to sit there and work on situations to rebuild, to work on something called being apologetic as a man, as a female. To sit there and be like, I'm not the only one bringing money in the house. I'm not judging. I'm on a different scale of relationship with my spouse. So, and when certain situations come about, I can't agree. So I'm always going to be that guy to be like, I don't agree. Nah, because I can't talk about it. I'm not on that. I'm not saying that level. I'm not on the same like playing field as you guys, if that makes sense. Without disrespecting nobody. You feel me?
So like, even I'm not in the same hemisphere. Like, and I'm divorced. Even I don't agree with y'all niggas like on a lot of shit. So like,
yeah. So like, well, hold on. Well, what I'm saying is, with that being said, if there's a situation like, if we have another topic and you be like, yo, we can talk about this, I probably wouldn't even chime in like that because me personally, especially what I'm going through in this class, I'm like, I couldn't fabricate where your mind is at because like, I would completely disagree with everything you're saying based off the fact that individually, like you said, there we go, Fitch. You said something that I'm learning in class that I was with you like, yes, Fitch got it. There's a common thing called a mirror that you said. Look in the mirror because everybody has to do it. Instead of blaming somebody on their shit, son, when you look in the mirror and you sit there and blame other people for all this shit, you gotta look at yourself and think about what you're willing to accept and how you speak to people. I was with you, Fitch. You made 100% sense, and then you went a whole other direction. At that point, I was like, oh shit. Now you on the other shit. I'm gonna shut the fuck up at this point. I said my piece.
I don't think you heard him when he said mirroring. He wasn't talking about actual.
No. They're in
the same area.
No,
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's saying.
No, I know. That's the thing of like that level that I heard what he was saying because once he said it and he said something behind it, I was with him. But that's what I'm saying. Like on a certain plateau in my position, that's what I'm saying. No disrespect. And me, I can understand what he was saying at one point because I'm there and I'm working on going higher versus staying here and going down and saying, oh, women ain't shit, women do that. It's like, I can't do that. I'm not in that position. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point. That's the point where I don't get. What's your statement?
And then I'm gonna talk.
you don't always have time to explain stuff. Trust me, I'm smarter than I'm saying. Not bigging myself up. You don't always have time to go into the joint. But the thing is this though, you have to get comfortable with the fact that you're a man and that person's a woman. Doesn't mean you're better or anything, but we're different creatures. We're both humans, but we are not the same creatures. You know what I'm saying? And you can argue with this all day. I stress this to you. And the stronger a man goes in his growth to understand how women are, you get better. It doesn't matter. It's not about the hoes. It's not about the hoes. You know, I throw that whole shit in because entertainment is fun. And I used to love them thoughts. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I'm guilty of that. What man doesn't like a fun woman? But the reality is, your path is no longer on that path. And I'm not saying my path's that either. Your path is about building this relationship with the person that you love, and it lasts forever. But the reality is
not building, it's maintaining. Not
building and maintaining. But you're growing together, right?
So look.
Maintain.
So
yeah, bro.
All right. So one thing when it comes to communication, any type of communication, whether it's healthy, whether it's toxic, one thing that everybody seems to be missing here is that communication is all predicated upon intent. Okay? So like,
I'm gonna put some in the chat right now.
Whatever your intent is upon your communication is what you are dedicated the results of receiving. All right? So that's the one premise I've seen to miss with everyone's, I can't say message, or everyone's message. I will say message. So when you're talking about,
how do you say the message?
Hold on.
Nah, let me talk. Let me talk. Put it in the chat.
I've listened to everybody speak. Everybody. You said nothing that predicated upon intent upon your communication. When you communicate, everything should be done with a purpose, right? Now, your intentions, if they're pure, will be I can't say satisfied because it's not always going to end the way you want it to be, but your results are normally, I'm going to use the word again, predicated upon your intentions. So if your intentions are pure upon something, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that end result is realized. So if my communication is like if I say that, okay, look, when I get home tonight, I'm having sex with my girl. Let's just say that's my intentions, right? So when I call and communicate with like
Mojo.
So when I call and I communicate, I'm talking to, hey baby, da da da. I'm having a very sexual conversation. Now, if she's not giving me back that sexual communication, I'm gonna go back to her communication and bring it back to mine. I'm doing everything to make sure that my intention is going to be received and realized, right? So communication and good communication is all predicated upon intention, right? So if my intentions are pure, I'm going to stick to the plan of what my intentions are. If your intentions are impure, and that's one thing that everybody has seemed to lack in their. Now I can't say everybody. I can't say that. My apologies. I apologize. I can't say everybody has seemed to lack that in their stats. Everyone had to say. My bad.
There's a saying: some of the worst things done were with the best intentions.
Yeah.
So
the reason
your intentions.
And the reason for that is because the intentions weren't pure enough to follow through. Like, hey, have y'all ever had? Hold on. Have y'all ever had something that you really wanted to happen, but you allowed the smallest thing to take you off course? Like shit. I have topics on the show, and I allow some other things because it's funny, or because it's more interesting, or whatever, to allow me us to go left or right based upon whatever the fuck was said. Intentions are very, very strong when it comes to your communication.
You shouldn't communicate with intention. That means you're manipulative.
No,
because you have an intent.
No, your intent is to intention is predicated upon result, right? Now, so
manipulation.
Yeah, that's manipulation. If you want them to do what you want them. Now,
that's
if
intent.
you want, your intent could be like, listen, I just want them to. If you say I want them to understand where I'm coming from,
the fact you want somebody to do something and you're communicating that you want them to do something, that's intent. That's manipulation.
That's intent. Everything is what you like. Either like want someone to see or do like. So like if you say like, okay. I want my child to learn that 1 + 1 is 2. Is that manipulation?
That's what I mean. Like, where are you going?
Teaching.
Okay, so you can't say that the end result is manipulation. That is my intent to get them to understand these things. Manipulation is like, listen, if I know I'm fucking wrong, however, I'm going to keep enforcing my will upon you. Manipulation is a negative content. Well, not always, but
why is it so hard for us?
Huh?
Even God gives you free will. Why are you trying to manipulate
people? You just said a lot of stuff, bro. You just said a lot of stuff. And I don't know.
Bro, you can't say that, bro. You can't say God gave free will. Why are you manipulating people? That's the wrong thing to say, bro.
Listen,
how is that the wrong thing to say?
If I want to teach you something or I want you to help you understand something, or at least not even understand, if I want you to at least understand where I'm coming from, that is not manipulation. That is communication.
If you're speaking to me in a manner where you're trying to
it's free will. What you think is what's right and wrong, bro. You know what's right and wrong, so you take the direction you want to go.
Right or wrong is manipulation. Now, if I want you to,
that's not manipulation.
No, right or wrong. But listen, why do you listen for right or wrong? That's a need. Right or wrong.
All right, hold up.
All right, bro.
Time out.
Understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, right or wrong is a need.
That's my point, though.
I don't need to be right now. I don't need to be wrong right now. Whether you understand what I'm saying or not. Like, you may not agree with me or not.
There's not agreement. You've been talking, right? I'm not
agreement. It's what you.
You host
the first topic that we said, though, like when y'all had the topic about being woke. Remember when I said, yo, everybody takes their path the way they go. There's no right and wrong in this. Just like it's like free will. You do what you want to do.
Yes.
It all depends on what you deemed is, what's right for you. Your path. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Hear me out.
So understand.
You don't like something.
Go ahead.
You don't like something somebody does. You tell them. That's it. Like sometimes, like I hear everybody's point of view. The bottom line is this, and y'all don't have to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? But I've been the person who's like, wait. You like this?
You got it.
But if you don't like something somebody does to you, you want to stop fucking with them. But go back further than that. If I communicate to you, I'm unhappy with something you do to me, and I'm still fucking with you, or I'm trying to prove I'm constantly trying to tell you, hey, I don't like that. I don't like the way you make me feel. You know what I'm saying? If you're waking up with somebody and they're not doing the things you need for them, that's a perfect sign that they're not right for you. That's it.
Bro, that's 100% facts. Yes.
So look, there's other. No, I'm not.
Well, this is what I mean. You keep saying there's other. Like I never like.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying there's other relationships. There's other relationships also. I'm not disagreeing.
Why are we caught up in this? This is my mindset, and I've learned this the hard way. You're looking for this to make it okay or different or better. No, if it's not right, it's not right. I don't care if you're Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, or Christian. If something ain't making you feel right, it's a reason. So why are we, you know what I'm saying? All right, I've communicated with you. I've stuck in a relationship. I've done these things. I talk to you. But it's not right.
Yo, fish, I'm fucking your fish. I don't know what I'm fucking with fish is saying though. That's why I told.
The caveat. Hold up. The caveat of that is, because you feel a certain way doesn't make that shit necessarily. A factual.
But see, that's what I mean. You're giving people more opportunity to make you feel uncomfortable with your true self. And I'm saying, I get it. You want to do better. You want to help people. You want to do this.
You know what?
You gotta get to this point where, like, I'm not doing this shit no more, my nigga. I gotta wake up and be the best nigga every day. I might deal with you. I might like you.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
But the person on the other side that you're doing that to, they're like, this dumbass nigga. I got him. I'm taking advantage of him.
That's a different situation. No.
It's not.
No. I'm with him.
It doesn't mean like they're bad people. It's human people. It's not like they're not your friend or they don't fuck with you, but you're giving them the ability to continue with the behavior.
To continually fuck you over.
Yeah, so they can still be your best. They might be your best friend, but your best friend is like, all right, you won't let me take the fucking. My grandma, I'm just like, my grandma just a little thing, like, the girl gives away the cow before you get the milk. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowing people to own you.
I'm loving this right now, bro. Now we're talking some real shit.
You're not allowing people. You're not.
No.
You know,
now we talk. This is the talk I like to talk, B.
You're not allowing people to own you. Like, y'all niggas, like, I'm kind of ahead of y'all niggas. I'm never gonna call you out, but I'm like, I know when somebody did you dirty. I know when some nigga did that shit to you. I'm never gonna tell you about it. You know what I'm saying?
As I was saying,
you know what I'm saying? I know what happened, dog. I'm the OG. I'm gonna talk from the OG perspective, though.
So I'm gonna ask you then. Going back to what I was saying, dealing with.
Wait. Can we wait? I'm sorry. Let the woman talk. Can we let the woman talk? We forgot about her, bro.
No, I
Can we let her talk?
She down there looking all darknesses and stuff.
Yo. So wait, can we let her talk? Nigga, where you been? Yo, look, Nick, the chat even saying, like, where is she? My dark skinned partner is not even here.
Yo, what's that limit? Dwelling in the background.
Can you let my dark skinned sister preach, please? Please. Let my dark skinned sister talk, son.
No, I'm listening to you guys. You guys are speaking. I'm not going to interrupt.
So bottom line, so let me ask you, Mako, do you have something to add to the convo?
No, I'm listening.
Really, you got something to add?
We're not doing that.
Relax.
No, hear me out. I'm not.
We over here because she's silent because you're over talking.
This is why I grab control.
You're not doing that. Hold up.
So
you're not gonna tell me when I can speak.
Yeah, let her talk, man. We gotta let her talk,
she said
bro.
she got nothing
we gotta let her talk, man.
Are y'all giving her something to say, or are y'all not listening to she had nothing to say?
No, Mojo said because she said we know where she is. She sound like y'all over talking. Yeah, let's give her the floor, man.
I'm not gonna tell her that she has something to say, but she's not gonna say it because I know that she would say what she has to say.
I listen to her.
Let her talk, man. Let's shut the fuck up.
I'm talking right now. Y'all telling me I'm over talking. I'm actually trying to get her into talking. We jump over. Y'all niggas jump over me so much. I hate it sometimes. I'll get mad. I do be talking too much. A lot of times I'll be on point, my nigga. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna let that nigga talk. But listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Like right now, I'm trying to get her to talk. You don't even realize it.
Yeah, let's talk. Hold on, wait. Let's talk. Let's let her talk. I'm gonna mute myself right now. Let's let her talk.
It ain't about like. I mean,
bro.
It ain't about what you said.
I'm supporting you. You don't realize it.
No, I do realize it. I tell you all the time. You know that. I mean,
but the point about Miko, I'm saying I'm about to try to get her to talk.
You have a need to be heard right now.
All right, wait. Can we let her talk? Let's let her talk. Give her the floor. Let's let the floor.
Miko, is it? God damn it! Is it Miko, Mako, Michael?
Meko.
Well, the other one called me Coco today.
Coco.
So right now it's
Chaco. Do you have something to add to it?
No, I'm just listening.
So God damn it.
Wait. Let me first of all
keep saying.
Hold on.
She says she ain't.
Hold on, Pigeon. Hold on. I'm gonna apologize on behalf of the hashtag Factuals. I'm gonna apologize as the ambassador. I'm gonna apologize.
You're gonna apologize on behalf of yourself, nigga. Because if the
she probably has something.
The lady is saying that she has nothing to say. Like I said, we cannot keep giving people their intent if she has nothing to say.
But y'all proving my point from before. Remember I said, bro, we don't give them opportunity. Like, yo, you proving my point as far as
no.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
You are giving What you are doing right now is giving someone, like, what you're saying is she wants to say something, but she can't, right?
No, she wanted to say something earlier, and we jumped in and overstepped her, bro. Remember I said I'm still waiting for her response to my question. That's what I'm saying. Like,
however,
I got
for what we're saying right now, I asked if she had something she wanted to say. She has the floor, and she doesn't want to say anything. I'm not going to say, you got something you want to say. You know you do. You know, because now it's like, okay. You understand what I'm saying, Meg? Are we forcing you to say something right now?
No.
Bro.
What I'm saying about forcing you is like, by us keep asking you to say something, or do you have something to say? It's like, if you told us no, what, 4 times now?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not the point. What she's saying is, remember, hold on. Remember when I say, yo, let her answer the question, everybody kept over talking, right? And then we got into the topic about letting women do certain things. Yo, you gotta let them have the floor sometimes. Alright. I'm not gonna say them. I'm not going.
Okay.
I'm
gonna do it.
You beating the dead bush right now. Be like, is it pun intended?
Just gonna say,
a dead horse?
Yo, bro, I said it in the chat. I said, yo, this certain thing. I'm like, yo, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just stay quiet, bro, because she had the opportunity to talk, and we overtalked her, man. And it's not fair. The fact that now she's in the shell. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I'm good.
She never expressed that. How do y'all keep talking that? I keep recording it. She's never said that. She's never ever said that the whole time. She's smart.
Meg, I got your back.
Stop. I'm trying to teach that nigga something. Oh my God.
I live in Fitz. Relax.
Why? Listen.
Fitz.
Why?
Fitz. Relax.
It's not Fitz. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas something.
Fitz.
Oh my God.
All right, look.
All right,
so I'm gonna say it one more time, because for living satisfaction. Pause. God damn, pause. Beko, is there something you wanted to say earlier? Is there something you wanted to say earlier? An hour ago, 23 minutes ago, a minute and 16 seconds ago? Is there anything you wanted to say that we stopped you from saying that you cannot say right now?
No.
Is that the honest answer?
I have nothing to say.
See, humility. You see how quickly she ended that?
So, hot damn. Why are we giving her something to say when she doesn't want to say anything? So, like, and that's not just with her, that's with anybody.
Bro, we gotta stop doing that, man.
What we gotta stop doing is giving someone their intent. If they're telling you something, you gotta start listening to what they're saying.
Bro.
That's like women telling men their intentions, or men telling women their intentions on why they do something.
You both being prideful. Y'all both have to be heard. Just say okay.
Yeah.
That's not the point. She had something to. Okay.
Okay. Ends it real quick, doesn't it?
Let's try it. Okay.
You know what?
I'll play.
Why can't some niggas take a time out, though? Take a time out. How about that?
That's my brother, man.
Change the subject.
That's what it is.
No, it's not. I know what the problem is.
Let me tell you something. Oh, man, now you're trying to play games. Hold on.
I know this is. Y'all don't want me to type this shit.
Hold on.
Y'all niggas want to be the young pimp.
Hold on. Now y'all trying to play games.
I gotta go.
Get 11.
The only reason why I'm meeting myself is I had to come in the house to have respect for the voice pattern in my house. That's number one. So, hold on. The reason why she don't want to say nothing is because
This girl, why
she don't want to say nothing is because we gave her the opportunity, and it's because she didn't get a chance to get her point across.
What does a woman not want to talk?
Too many people talking. All right, look. Let's do it like this. Look.
Son, she sat there and tried to give her opportunity to get her point across. We all, as men,
bro, she said she
didn't get a chance to get her point across. She like, yo, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
This is what we're gonna do. No.
Oh my God, you niggas don't stop this bullshit. I hate that bullshit, man.
My bad. I'm gonna remove everybody except for Miko right now.
Gotta stop this.
That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'll bring everybody back in a second.
What happened?
I had to remove everybody because
Nobody knows.
like look,
How did we get here?
I get what Living is saying, right? So what I'm gonna ask you was this, because I'm not gonna go. So I want everybody to listen, because I stand strongly on we got to stop giving people their intentions when they could clearly stated their intentions. We can't tell somebody what it is that they wanted. So, Mako, is there a point in time where you wanted to say something and you couldn't? And is there something that you need to say or want to say?
I don't recall. All I know is he had asked a question, I answered, and you guys started talking, and I just put myself on mute and I'm listening.
Y'all don't realize when a woman says she ain't got nothing to say, she means that shit. Because
And
they always got something to say.
I'm gonna answer you if you don't stop.
So Mako, so listen, listen, and I get what Living is doing, and he's backing you, and that's my brother,
That's not.
I mean, and I have no problem with what he's doing, because he's standing up for he's being a voice for those who he feels his voice, but he don't realize you'll have a voice. He realizes that, but at the same time, he doesn't want us to overshadow what you're saying, and that's what his backing is, and that's what he's standing up for, and I stand by that. So
I appreciate it.
Yes. So for the last time, please, and don't be mad at me for asking you again. Was there something that you wanted to say that we did not?
Think of it now.
All right,
no.
I'm gonna bring them back in. Okay.
Okay, I'll put myself on mute.
You see, that's what the problem is right now. Oh my goodness.
She ain't got nothing to say. The black stick leaves them speechless.
Dominus.
Don't play with me. I'm gonna be at your wedding with my librarian sister.
Hey, I'll be there. I'm a.
She stepped off.
Yo, why y'all play my homegirl like that, bro? Y'all niggas is wild, B.
Yo, how you go from dark to white? What the?
My nigga.
That ain't you.
This is the hole in the household, bro.
You did not. You know what? We're gonna form together. We're gonna form a dark skin team against all of y'all light skinned people.
Wait till
Yo, listen, hold on.
Join.
So wait, the only thing I was saying is the only thing I was saying is check this out, bro. There was a point in time where we got off topic, and she did have a lot to say, and I'm like, yo, we cut. Hold on.
She said she ain't want
I just want her to be a part of. All right, come on, man. Hold on. I just want her to be a part of the conversation because she's the only female on the crew right now. So it's good to have a female's perspective on what we're talking about.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And she made a lot of good points. I'm like, yo, let's let her talk. So just let's give her the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but also to talk shit, she also made a lot of not good points.
Oh my God, I can't do it.
Do not play with me.
My bad, baby girl. I'm fucking with you.
Apologize.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Pop should apologize, nigga. Just ask Kiss. I'm sorry for everything that happened earlier. Where the hell Fish go? All right, so look, as I was saying, listen, when it comes to intentions, right? Intent. When your intentions are pure, you're going to do what it takes to see through that your intentions happen. Not saying that every time you are going to receive the results that you seek. But, no, not even but. However, your actions will show your intentions. And that's what people fail to realize. If I say, look, when I get home, I want to have sex with my shorty. But when I get home, I'm like, yo, you trying to have sex? And she's like, no. I'm like, all right. And then I go lay down. Did I really want to have sex with her? No.
All right.
So bottom line is because I said I want to have sex. She said no, and I go lay. I said all right, I lay down. Now if I say I want to have sex, she like no. I'm like all right, I lay down next to her. I'm like yo, come on, baby, and I start rubbing my beef up against her back. Now I mean against that curvaceousness. Know what I mean? Then it's like
Hold on.
I'm giving examples here.
Well, no. Look at the chat, bro.
My bad. I guess why is that my example?
No. The reason why I said it is I'm with the chat. Like we gotta move on, bro.
If I rub my beef up against your curvaceousness, know what I mean?
Bro, come on, son. Come on, bro.
Oh, you want to hear my beef?
Son, we gotta move on, bro. Come on, my lord. I ain't gonna hold you. It's 12:03. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. It's 12:03. I gotta get up in the morning, bro.
Okay,
no, I'm gonna jump off here.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? I gotta be I gotta be remote, nigga. You too, nigga. What the? Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's change this shit, bro.
Yo, give me your outros.
Nigga, I'm about to call you in 2 minutes when you get off this motherfucker. Listen, you Mako though, no. Hold on. This my outro. Mako. Follow me. Mojo, we know what it is. I'm getting out of here. I'm calling your ass.
Mojo watches eating crabs one day.
He was eating crabs.
No, we was eating. I think I was going to where was I going? Was I going to Miami? No, I think I was going to DR. That's where I was going. Dude's back. Mako, give your outro, baby girl.
This is Mako, formerly known as Miko, then Mango, and tonight Coco.
Well,
I'm out.
I got some mangoes in the fridge. Really though?
It's good. Black stick, like them thick. Ain't that right, Mojo? AKA Stroke Johnson, AKA
Oh boy,
the tsunami, AKA Don't Stop, AKA Do It Again, AKA Basa Mufasa, AKA Slap One in the Jaw.
oh god.
AKA bitch ain't shit, but the dog is designer draws glizzy to a jaw. Be the best thing for fuck them all.
Hey, K.A.
It's not over.
Hey, that's what she said.
AKA.
Oh
That's what
boy.
she said.
AKA.
AKA, she want more.
AKA was fun.
Hey, K.A. She enjoyed herself.
I'm gonna kick your ass
Only on Thursdays,
for
baby.
what you said earlier. I did not forget.
What about the fatty?
You always talking about the damn fatties. You said something else. You threw something else in there.
Oh yeah, I throw a lot in the fatty.
So AKA's, come on, son. AKA.
Shut up.
AKA, yo, bitch ain't enough. Nigga, I be Tuesday.
Got her. You set yourself up for that one though. But
I did.
but
did.
Look. Hey, listen, y'all. Fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for fucking with me. Where y'all drinks at? Let's take a shot tonight.
Water.
I guess that'll suffice.
It better taste like water.
2 days after Valentine's Day. If you ain't dump your ex, move on to your next. Let's get it.
Buenas noches.
Yeah,
Coño.
buenos nachos. West Side. Tupac in the building. Peace. Strawberry lemonade? No.